Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. You whispered something to me just before I didn't hear what you said.
Fair
It's
enough.
like, whispery. Welcome in.
I was just telling him how much I love him. That's all.
I love you too,
know.
man. There are names. Do you know what? I love how they come up. It's so professional. Makes me feel all like I'm a real live streamer.
You are.
I am. We are literally.
We are real. I can like poke you and stuff.
Yes,
and we are live. That put those together. What do you get?
Yeah. Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
A cunt poking another cunt. That's what you get.
Two cunts. One show.
Both alike in pokery.
In cuntery. Welcome in, everybody. This is the 106th episode of Don't Get Me Started. I'm Alex. This is Jez. Just said it on the stream. On the stream. Fucking hell. It just said it on the screen.
Stream, screen. It's all the same thing. They're both things that are happening.
Thanks for joining us again here at Borton Towers. I should immediately see the haps and naps flying in.
Keep them coming.
For this, your weekly dose of ranting. I mean, I presume, Jeremy, that they do rant at other times of the week.
I don't think they do.
Do you think they get it all out? They let it all hang out like fat bottom girls, as Queen was wont to say. On one occasion, they just go for it, or maybe they drip feed it. I don't know.
I think in this world that we live in,
Yes,
it's probably best you do kind of save it up and use it all in one go, because there is so much shit in the world that if you just let it all out when it happened,
Yeah.
you would just be a constant string of rant from sun up to sundown. Are we in like
there's always a firework
in
here.
Syria or something? Like, what is going on now?
I can you imagine, Jeremy, if people just said what they felt all the time about shit that pissed them off rather than bother. Can you imagine you got on the bus and it was a bit late and they go, the bus is late, and just like, I was on the train coming back from Manchester and some woman was like, this is a disgrace, and then I'm like, who's she talking to? And she was talking to the woman that was like the, not the conductor, but some hospitality lady. She's like, this is a disgrace, and the power's gone out in the buffet car, and now I can't use my card, the card for the card reader, and like the toilets are a mess, and this is late. And I'm like, oh my God, talk about don't shoot the messenger. And she said, and it happens all the time on Avanti. It happens all the time. And I'm like,
had you considered not using the service?
I mean, I don't know
Just
if
throwing
it's
it out
kind
there.
of, you can only use that. I could be wrong. But like,
Well, the fact that Harmstone has said Avanti must be nice suggests that other cheaper options are available.
are there? I mean, I don't know. I've only been up to Manchester.
Boom! There's some biddies, and there is the alert functioning. All is right with the world.
Oh, thank you for testing that. They are mega shit though. Oh, I'm glad my money went to good use. But apparently, yeah, people do just say this is shit. This person was like mad, and she's not going to take it anymore. Whatever it is, it's just, I've had enough. You maniacs! She could not handle it anymore, and I was kind of, everyone in the rest of the carriage was like, "This is supposed to be the quiet carriage."
Everyone just hide in there.
I just wanted to
Don't make eye contact.
Shh.
Look, you. This isn't Tuesday. Save your ranting for DGMS and just drop her a card.
Yeah, just put a QR code.
We should have some cards.
We should get some cards.
We just need to get that sorted.
Yeah. Definitely. Something myself and Marvin and Captain Brilliant had, almost very close there, had gone out for drinks, and the next door table to us was very loud. And they were like, and then I guffawed, ha ha ha. And it went on like that. And we were being reasonably loud and stuff, but they were being even louder. And for some reason,
Even louder.
they were very loud.
Is that even possible?
We had moments of high spots, but they were at a constant high level. And I was willing to live and let live. But then Captain Brilliant was like, I'm not happy with this.
No,
and he wanted,
not a fan of James Bond such as he is. He could not live and let live. He only has one option.
He very loud compared to you. I know, and I did go on to tell an anecdote, an anecdote. I almost said there. I think try to that. An anecdote.
Trademark. That's in.
I know, right? That's happening. I love it. He said that his friend, and this is the point I'm gravitating towards, was when someone a table nearby to them. One of the things you should do, rather than saying, "Oi, mate,
Shut the fuck up."
Shut the fuck up. Just be really passive aggressive and put your finger to your lips like, shh, like that. Really.
Oh, no. I think you're more likely to get punched in the face doing that than you are just saying, hey, mate, shut the fuck up, will you?
Our friend John Earnshaw apparently reached over, tapped the table of the people. He leant over to the other table and went like that,
No,
like
mate.
turning
That's
turning
almost
the volume.
as bad as
Can
a
you?
Ross Geller, like,
Look at this. Can you imagine pulling that fucking move? Oh my god, I could never do it. But
and did he live and let live, or is he now?
he has deceased.
Live and let buried
Shortly
in a
after
ditch.
that, they killed him there on the spot on the floor of the Samuel Pito, which is a Weatherspoon, in case anybody needed to know. But yeah, he does have, John Earnshaw does have a tendency to be super drunk, and that was probably what bounced him into thinking it was a good fucking idea. But anyway, welcome in everybody.
Should we do the rounds,
Yes,
as it were?
let's see who came in.
Let's see who's bothered to turn up tonight. We are taking a register.
Yes.
And your absence will be noted.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm telling you. You're here listening. But you pass it on.
Yeah.
If you're not here,
Let someone know.
it will be recorded and there will be consequences.
Apologies for absence, if there are any, if anybody wants. Now it's a real meeting.
I want like a note from your parents if
Yeah.
you've got a valid excuse to not be here. Otherwise, you should fucking be here. All right?
But Tamsin's here. I can see she's here.
Tamsin was first in. Mm-hmm. James 31 is in. Toe Suckatron.
Toe Suckatron is back. Put all the uwus in the bag and get on your knee coat knees. Still can't get rid of.
That's made it better. I like that.
Still can't.
See, having been looking
Suckatron.
for some clips in previous episodes today, I noted that on the last DGMS, Toe Suckatron only had 3 days left before they were able to change it. And yet, 7 days later,
He rose again in accordance with the scriptures. And is still Toe Suckatron.
now sits at the right hand of, well, the other toe, probably.
On the right foot of the Father. Feet are wrong.
That is definitely the Church of Jazz.
Oh my
And
god.
as per the parable, Jesus washed the feet of his disciples. Feet are wrong. Amen.
And
Go with peace.
And with your feet.
Yeah, definitely take them with you.
Walk out of this place. Go take your feet and walk.
Oh, wait. It was Toe Suckatron for the immediate, joining. And then as live changed to Rue_Rue 69. Still had to get that in there. The 69 was obviously very important to get in there. So I will shut my mouth. Just hadn't used Twitch in a week, I guess, was the answer.
There's so many things being said that I don't think I've read, but
We'll get to them.
there's a new game where you play the part of Jesus. What? I don't really... That sounds like a good game.
A
Bad news, you get
an
killed.
RPG where you're Jesus.
An RP Jesus.
RP Jesus, oh my god! Oh my god! Trademark, patent pending.
Oh!
From the guys who brought you literally no other board games because we couldn't be fucked.
Did I tell you I want to make a board game based on the Shia LaBeouf video?
You did.
Right, so that one as well.
Yeah.
Trademark.
That's two. Yeah.
But yeah, RPG.
I'm sure this touching the sky in a kind
I
of
don't know what we're doing.
camp kind of way, trademark.
Trademark.
I'm sure that works.
Literally,
That'll hold up in a court
Just
of law.
joining in.
Yeah. Welcome in. Who else have we got? Fourth Panda.
Hey.
Harmstone. Stream Elements. I mean, it's not a party unless Stream Elements shows up. So welcome in. Aletha's in.
Yes. I saw
Nick's in. Lady Soro's in.
Hey.
Did we say James 31? James 31's in.
Yes.
Welcome on in. And now the register has officially been taken. we may proceed.
They don't take a register when you're in church. They just kind of just like you usher in, no one checks that you're there. But then they do send around a little thing to put money in the...
Yeah, like you've got to register for your little envelope, haven't you? And it's got your number on it, so they know what you've donated and how regularly you've donated.
Like the offertory comes round, everyone puts money into it. You always feel like, oh shit, I've got to put money into this. But a lot of the time, like, oh, I'm not putting it, just pass
I mean, I
it
was
on.
a child, I didn't have to.
Exactly, I was a child.
When I was an adult, I stopped going, so that was that.
God takes the register.
Fixed. Yeah.
Maybe they do. He.
With a beard like that, you'd hope it's a he.
Alex was never a child. So yeah, look, a lot of great chat here. All I saw was a lot of stuff about anecdote, and now I've said it. I don't know what you guys said, but you seem to like it. We'll have some more anecdotes, I suppose. Dave Dog would love that because he likes calling me Alec.
He does like calling you Alec, yes.
He does. I kind of like that. It's an affectation my mum occasionally has. She hasn't said it for years, but she does.
What was the other name that somebody called you and you really didn't like that one?
Ali used to call me Alan.
That's it. Yeah, you didn't like that one.
I didn't really.
Was not a fan of that one.
It was it wasn't funny.
End.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. No, and also then when we went into raid something else, he would try and convince other people that was the name, and then so people oh, I'm trying to think of a name, I can't remember at the moment, but someone we went to every now and again, we go, oh, I thought his name was Alex. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been saying it wrong, and then it makes it harder to stream and raid into people because then they're like, oh, why did he say that? And I'm like, yeah, because he was being a cunt. We just can't explain it. It's just happening. So it was more awkward than annoying. Well, it was also annoying, but anyway.
Fair enough.
But yes. Yes, Fresh Cope is here. Alex, hello from your Texas friend. Yes, I'm glad we got a friend in Texas.
Well, you have apparently,
But I'm sure he also likes you as well, Jez. But perhaps he has not had quite so much experience of you.
It's probably better that way.
Rue will be happy because you're wearing a hat.
And it went uncommented last week that I was not wearing a hat.
You were hatless, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We've got a lot to get through, basically, bits and pieces, lots of your regular segments. We're going to do This Is Happening in a minute. I know at the end of the whole thing, we've got Am I the Arseholes? We've got we got lots of segments. I don't think we've got any Tifus. No Tifu list tonight.
We're a Tifu free zone tonight. Yeah. But I do have going virals for you. And they are pretty damn awesome, if I do say so myself. Looking forward to sharing them.
If you guys could fill in the gaps of the bits that we don't have by just,
chatting
and ranting, we'll join in with that, basically. But yes, it was Andy's birthday the other day. And did you have a good one? That's what we want to know, basically. Yes. We can get all the things they're talking about. I know this is going to end up being covered in This Is Happening, so I don't want to delve into it too much.
Fair enough. I mean, we can get into This Is Happening.
I think we kind of...
One other thing, obviously, that is coming and was teased on the social media is Get in the Sea.
Oh, yes!
There's something going in the sea tonight.
Yes.
And you better believe that it'll be wet. I don't know where that sentence was going.
It's getting in the sea and it's going to be wet. That is true. That is very true.
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about and you would like to, hell, even if you wouldn't like to, go and do it anyway. Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.com/DGMS live.
DGMS live.
Cryptic photo. Directing you here.
Why don't you just do us a favour and share it on your own accounts?
Yeah.
Share
it, follow it,
like it, sniff it,
lick
taste it, send it to somebody, tell somebody, hey, this is fucking worth your time.
Masturbate over it.
Yes, do that. Hey, listen. What you do on the other side of that screen, on the other side of that camera, it's your own real estate, it's your own time.
Whether you like what you see or not,
yeah.
You've got to admit it's a challenge. It's something you haven't done before. Everyone likes new experiences. Just make it happen.
So if you're not following, we put all this stuff out just to remind you. You guys are stalwart fans, but obviously there's other people lurking, and I know they are.
There are people who don't know we exist, Alex.
I know.
That's the worst thing.
Hey, listen, just preaching to the converted. But if you are lurking around, you can always make an account, and then you can chat with us and just jump in and just make something and just say hello. But you don't have to. You can just lurk around at the back and like a backbencher, like a shady motherfucker just hanging around at the back.
Yeah, those guys just go to sleep. They don't do anything. So
they're not ready for you yet. Maybe they're not, but they will. That's reminded me, Panda, I've got to send you out your lovely little prize because I've been away this weekend. Because I gave a little giveaway.
Oh, did you?
On the Thursday stream. Because
I think I was only there for like 15 minutes between the games on Thanksgiving. So
that's right, Tom.
So I have no information. Oh yes, I think literally this is all I saw is that Tom had delivered some goodies.
And I thought you might be interested in seeing them because
very much so.
Tom, my nephew from Japan. Well, he's not from Japan. He is in Japan. Do you want one of these?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which one would you like?
This one, please.
Okay, there you go. You can eat it now or eat it later. It's really at your discretion.
I will do both.
You're gonna eat.
I'll have some now and some later.
Oh,
that's the flavour.
You know the word they're going to say now if you eat in front of. I want to know what it is though. He sent us a load of crisps and food and stuff.
Yeah, so have a smell of that, and you will instantly recognise what it is.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese. Oh, mukbang. Chat shit, get mukbanged.
Cheese, chocolate. No, just cheese.
But you hate cheese. Look at this.
What? Where did that misnomer come from?
What is this dude? Is it like a cat?
He's a very happy kind of...
It's because he's going to eat the corn. You can't see that here.
It says corn pottage on the bottom, does it?
It does say corn pottage.
Corn pottage.
Anyway, there's some other stuff. These are chocolate mountains or chocolate mushrooms.
Stop saying chocolate properly.
Yeah, right.
That's not what the people are here for.
I know. Well, they can go fuck themselves. But well spotted. But yeah, so there's lots of... Either you're a mountain man or a mushroom man. I forget. I can't remember. Obviously more crisps here. If you want one, if you want one, you can have a green tea.
Is that matcha, is it?
Do you know what? I don't know, but...
I think it's matcha, yeah.
Are
they green on the inside?
I think so, yeah. I mean, according to that,
I will definitely partake in that, yeah. Basically, I'll eat whatever you put in front of me. I'm quite indiscriminate in that regard.
I'm going to put this down on the floor, but I thought I'd give you... Oh, actually, I have another present for you.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe I'll give that to you later, because that's it. Don't worry, I'll give it to you later.
Man teases with a gift and then just snatches it out of the way.
I know, it's over there. You can have it in a bit.
That is a long way away.
I know.
Yeah.
So many wonderful things. So
if I'm getting a gift, we should probably hurry this fucking show along.
Let's do it. Let's get on to the next section.
It's the segment that we like to call This Is Happening.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
This is happening where we have a little look back at the things that were good and bad this past week and things that might have stuck in your craw or things that you liked, basically. And we've got some written down.
What is a craw?
It's
I hear that phrase a lot, stuck in your craw.
Yes.
I'm just wondering where exactly on my person this might be stuck.
Yeah, it's the bit between your nail and your skin. But
I thought that was the wick.
It's actually the
craw, apparently.
It is the craw now. I won't not accept my own bullshit. There is such a thing as a crawdad. I hear that in like Cajun cooking. They're like, we're gonna fry up some crawdads. If I'm making that shit up, I don't know. I think that's true.
No, I've heard that. Yeah.
So I think it's if you get, and I presume they're little kind of langoustines or crabs. So what I think it means is if you get it stuck in your
like pincers.
Yeah, stuck
like
in your pincers.
Crab. Yeah.
And we don't have any.
These are our pincers.
Yeah. So maybe it's when you get like it stuck between your fingers. Anyway, I hope you guys know what we're talking about. I don't.
Because he doesn't. And I'm losing the will to live rapidly.
Let's move the fuck along with an energetic forward motion.
Yes. I've had a fucking cracking week. I don't know about
really?
you.
Oh, excellent. I've had a great time too.
I've had a fantastic week since we last convened for the meeting known as Don't Get Me Started.
Oh, yes. What good things have happened to you?
So Hap, obviously, first of all, was Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And being that I'm good at doing so, I dragged Thanksgiving out from Thursday through to Sunday and just generally ate a lot, had a lot of like fun with the family, and Aletha came over on the Saturday as well. That was lovely. Yeah. And it was a great weekend. I ate a lot. It was very decadent. I drunk a lot of lovely things. It was c'est magnifique.
Sounds really cool. I did not specifically celebrate Thanksgiving in the same way because it wasn't afforded me the opportunity. But I did have a wonderful weekend where I went up to see Martin and saw Captain Brilliant because he was already up there. And well, he wasn't. He was up in that vicinity. We met up and we hung around in Manchester and we played board games and we almost from the word go. Because I got up at like 7:30 just to get on that fucking train and got up there for 11:30 and then it was like into town, red wine, and the whole thing was just like after that taken off. So
in Manchester city centre.
It did go into Manchester city centre, yeah.
How's Manchester city centre looking nowadays?
I mean, much like any other city, to be honest with you, it hasn't really. Is there something specific about it though?
It's just I've been to Manchester twice. The first time I went, it looked fine.
Right.
When was that? Must have been 2011 or 12, something like that. And then the second time I went, it was like a third world country. Everything was boarded up. It was all like shuttered and nothing was open. It was a dire, horrible, sad experience. I'm like, right, that's a shame. So I'm just wondering, what was your experience? It did not look like regard?
that. The times I've been there, this time and earlier in the year, it looks pretty standard. You know, pubs and bits and pieces and, you know, restaurants, and it all looks okay, and various shops. It just looks a bit like London, to be honest, or London or Bristol or something like that, just wandering around. It was fine, but what was naff was the Christmas markets were woefully missing. I don't know.
Woefully unopened.
Woefully not there. Absent, basically. And part of this was because Captain Brilliant had this desire to go to something called Porky Pig's.
Oh, yeah, I would go to a place called Porky Pigs.
It's a food place that serves loads of fucking meat in a Yorkshire pudding, apparently. Like in a big fucking thing. So we hurried past Christmas market number 1, which I said, oh, here's one. Are we going in? And they're like, no, on we go. Power walk. And I'm like, oh, I guess we're not.
It's a mistake. You do all the Christmas markets.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. But what you need to learn, and what I learned a bit more about Marvin on this occasion, was his desire to go from A to B as soon and as swiftly as possible. There's no time for dilly-dallying. Martin is not a dilly-dallyer, is what I've learnt this weekend. So it's a bit, no, see enough, no, moving on. We went to a board game shop at one point because I really wanted to go, and I was there for like 5 minutes. He said, so, are we done? And I'm just like, Jesus. Literally, it was incredible. I must pick it up with him, but I just went, no, because he wanted to go on to a place, another bar called Epicurean. And I'm like, okay, fine, we're going to a bar. It turned out to be a beer shop, so it wasn't a bar, and it wasn't selling what I wanted. So, but luckily next door was a wine shop. But it was really, hey, hurry up. It was all kind of, so when we went past the first Christmas market, it looked okay. We landed on a second one after walking some distance. Porky Pigs had a queue that went all the way around the back of it, down a little bit further, then round the back of another one, and then down past almost to the road. And I would guess, it was a half-hour queue to get to the front of Porky Pigs.
It's a no from me.
It was a no from me.
But obviously Captain Brilliant was in that queue.
He was eager, but then he was like, oh no, I'll just have something else. So he did actually not do that. Okay. I had something else and they had something else.
That's very off-brand for the Captain.
I know, right? And it was on brand for Martin, who did not want to hang around. So then he said, I want the beer that's at the big market. There's a big Christmas market with a big bar with like 200 people could fit in it. It's got 2 levels on it. It's a massive, huge fucking Christmas market and it dominates this area. So we hustled around Manchester to get to this location and it wasn't fucking there. And so Then we hustled to another location. There was nothing there. We went around the corner of another one, and there's nothing there.
You're not selling me on Manchester, I've got to be honest.
We found 2 markets, and it's possible that I'll flip between Martin and Marvin. It's possible that Martin just doesn't know the Christmas market locations well enough, but I walked all over that place, and I found 2, and so I would say it's a no from me. I do like Manchester, but actually, really, I just like hanging out with Martin. So
You just like anywhere that sells wine and...
Yeah, I just where my buddies are. If he went to Swindon, and I was in Swindon, I'd be pleased to be in Swindon because he was there.
Why the fuck would you go to Swindon?
I'm just picking a place that I don't live and he doesn't live.
Yeah.
But you know, and I'd be like, and it's a shit place.
I wouldn't meet anyone.
I mean, I'm sorry if you guys come from Swindon.
I'm sorry for you if you come from Swindon.
No. What about shilly-shallying? No lollygagging. No lollygagging, no shilly-shallying, no dilly-dallying, no waiting around, no fucking about. No, it's all balls to the wall, walking as fast as you can everywhere when Martin is involved.
I mean, I do that kind of walking when I'm going to pick up my child from school, and I've got no time for dickheads in my fucking way. Some of those people need to go in the sea, actually. Do remind me later.
Oh, right, okay.
Pricks.
I have a habit of hustling everywhere I go, and when we first got in there, we need to get to places. What annoys me is derps tend to durdle. Derpers going to durdle everywhere, and they're like, well, I kind of like to... And I'm like, I don't have time. If you're durdling in my way, get the fuck out of my way, because I've got to...
Everywhere I'm hustling.
So, you know, just don't be... I get so annoyed. And it wasn't even that crowded because it was Friday. So one of my naps, Manchester Christmas markets on nap. Manchester's fine.
We still need actual like hap and nap things so we can just drop that on there whenever we like.
There is a duck stall at the Folkestone Christmas market. Really? Is it really a duck?
Rubber ducks.
Rubber ducks.
Of various descriptions.
Oh, this understands well.
She did post a picture, either on her social media or on Discord, or maybe both. I'm not sure. But yes, it did look intriguing. There were some ducks here. Rubber geese, of course.
Oh,
yes.
fuck.
My mistake.
We went to a place called Society in Manchester, which is a large kind of...
place where we live in a society.
Loads of little eateries around and a bar, lots of places to sit down, so you can just sit there and choose what you want. There's a lot of these places springing out, and outside, outside there was a goose, and it was like, and Captain Brilliant was like, "There's a goose over there," and I turned around and I was like, "You know, that looks a bit," and I just shut my mouth immediately. I just took a photo of it. I wanted to get a better picture. I've got it on there. I'll put it on later, but I'm like, with my head, it was so funny. Right. Anyway, so yeah, nap. Manchester Christmas markets.
Should we cover some of their haps and naps, and then we can carry on because
yeah.
We've had great weeks.
Do it.
Will kicking off. It's only 2 days till the tree goes up.
Well, I get that because Christmas is in December the 1st is in 2 days, right? Because tomorrow's the 30th.
Yes.
Then it's the 1st. So
this is the first year in a few where I haven't immediately put the tree up at the end of Thanksgiving.
Right.
Normally the Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend is when I put the tree up. But frankly, we were too fat and lazy to do so on Sunday. We were too decadent.
So you would do it at that time. Will would do that. Is that too early to put your Christmas decorations up?
Nope. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, everything's fair game.
Is it too early to put your Christmas decorations up?
Don't ask them.
I'm asking them. I'm trying to involve them. I know they don't know anything, but what I'm trying to do is represent the idea that it's a two-way street.
Right.
It's interactive.
As long as you're only representing, not...
Yeah, I don't believe it. Yeah, I just, Harmstone says 1st of December.
Wrong.
Our tree is up.
Right. When did you put it up?
When did you put it up? That's the question. I mean, it's hard for me.
I think they put it up a bit early, actually.
Not till the 1st of December.
Thanksgiving, if I'm meant to remember.
I mean, it's a bit weird for me to take the high ground on this one, given that for the period of time between 2019, 2020, and 2021, I largely had my tree up in the corner,
and it's hit. No,
and it's there tonight.
It's not here tonight. That's a sorry state of affairs over there, actually.
My tree, says Tamsin, will have to wait in the loft a bit longer. My nieces are staying this weekend, and I don't want their help. Do you know? Is that not? I thought you were going to say my nieces are coming around and we're making it a big thing, but she's like, no, my nieces are coming around and they're going to fuck it up. So yeah,
Yeah. 27th it went up. We wanted it just after George's birthday. Well, the 27th was after Thanksgiving. Ergo acceptable. Lady Sorrow, the Sorrow household, you're doing it right.
I used to, although I don't really give a fuck now, but when we were at home, living at home with my parents as a family when we were younger, I think it would go up. It wouldn't be up like the 1st or something. It might be like the 10th, like the first weekend normally, like, I don't know, the 7th or the 8th or something like that, whatever it fell down to. And sometimes it depends what was going on. I don't know if we were notoriously lazy, but it would get to a point. No, it's a great tune. But it might then roll on till the 14th or something like that, like because we're just kind of
a bauble a day for a week or
a boob a day. It used to be in the 12 days before camp. I feel like 1st December is appropriate. What happened? I would be going home, and year after year after year, Christmas decorations are going up earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier. Like mid-November, I'd see this shit, and I'm like,
I mean, I used to be in that 12 days before camp as well, until I realised that the 12 days of Christmas actually begin on Christmas Day.
They do,
and so waiting 12 days before Christmas was just so arbitrary.
So that's like the 13th of December.
It would be the 13th, yeah. But which is just an arbitrary number.
It is.
So fuck that.
Do you know what?
I'll do it in my own arbitrary way.
I have to say, it does make sense that the 12 days of Christmas should culminate in Christmas, because that feels like a countdown. It's like, stuff I'm sending to you, da-da-da-da-da, now we're hitting Christmas. And you're like, great.
You'd hope that the 12th day is the best present.
Yeah.
I mean,
boom.
It does escalate, doesn't it? Like, nobody wants a fucking bird on Christmas Day.
But the idea that you start the 12 days of Christmas at 25th, at Christmas Day, but the Christmassiness has died away much earlier
Big time. I
than
mean,
12 days.
You're well into the next year by the 12th day of Christmas.
The 6th of January, you're like, fuck this shit or whatever.
Yeah. My tree comes down on New Year's Day.
Yeah?
Done. Yeah. I mean, it goes up early, obviously, because as soon as Thanksgiving's over, I do it. But then New Year's Day, gone. No more. Maybe even New Year's Eve. Like, we've done Christmas. We're on to the next.
Mum wouldn't let us put the Christmas tree up until school ended. Jesus, that's a long time to. As a kid, it's fun to put it up, and so you need it reasonably early. Otherwise, there's no point in having it up. But
there are some years that schools don't break up until like the 23rd or something oppressive like that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine not putting your tree up until the 23rd of December?
The day before Christmas Eve.
You might as well fucking not bother.
Yeah. And that's another thing. If you're not going to get a significant amount of time, the question here, I wonder when not Captain Brilliant, Duncan the singer, he's the most Christmassy person I know.
He is the most Christmassy of us all.
Yeah. His question, I would maybe I'll ask him. Maybe I'll just message him and he'll tell me.
Call him. Let's have a live call in. I'm sure he'll pick up.
He might. I actually don't think I know his number. I know it sounds a bit like I don't talk to people like that anymore. But let's see.
I remember it well when you tried to call me and didn't have my number.
I mean, I still don't know any of these things really. Let's find him. Let's see if we
Duncan is Christmas.
Duncan.
Yes, indeed.
Should we? Probably might be the same. Let's call him.
Give it a go.
Phone. Oh no, this is definitely his number.
Ours was up in October last year. You're live on Don't Get Me Started. Please do swear. The tension.
Hey, Duncan, it's Alex. Well, you know that. Good. We're doing DGMS and we wanted to ask you a Christmassy question. Do you mind if we put you on the air?
Please do, Christmassy question,
Christmassy
right, I'm going to turn you up now. Now
He's
you're
up for the Christmassy
Now you're on
question.
speaker.
Hello, Duncan.
Hello. Oh, man, now the pressure's on.
That's okay. We're talking about Christmas and when to put up your Christmas tree. And as the most Christmassy person we know, when is the right time? When is the appropriate time to put up your Christmas tree? Or in your case, both Christmas trees?
I mean, obviously we have several. We have not yet put them up, but we did have it scheduled in for the weekend just gone, but then my family came down. My feeling is the first Sunday of Advent, but Alex and Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy, by the way.
Hello.
And hello, the viewing public.
He's just in phone form now.
I am of the opinion that you should put it up whenever it will bring you the most joy, and that's an end to it.
Look at that.
Isn't that the best answer?
Wow. Wow, he's insufferable, isn't he? How you doing anyway, Duncan? You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing really, really well. I'm actually, interestingly, making a Christmas song word book as we speak.
Oh.
So this is how Christmassy I am, and I keep singing along to the songs. And Amy, who is doing real work, is finding it infuriating. So,
Alex, have you got
You know.
any Christmassy words that he might want to add to his Christmas book list?
I don't really know what... When he says he's making a Christmas word book,
I assume he's just putting Christmas-related words in a
what,
book.
like tinsel?
Yeah, like tinsel.
yeah, it's just
it's
a
a really
list
good
of,
one.
yeah, like a bank. So it says tinsel in it. It says candy cane. And it says Wenceslas, but I put that in there twice by mistake. I need to go back and correct that.
You got a Christmas... I mean, have you got...
Tamsin's got a good suggestion.
Tamsin said boobs.
Is that Christmassy?
There's some context which I'm not going to get into, but it is kind of. Have you got Holly and Ivy, not separately?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that I should add that entire... Right, to clarify, it's obviously a Christmas song book.
Yes. I thought it was.
Because I'm going to several places, and I just figured it would be easier for me to have one book that covers everything. So that is what I am currently producing. And it does have Holly and Ivy in it. In fact, since the first verse repeats at the end of that song, that bit's in there twice. So...
Aletha's expressing disbelief with double Wenceslas because Tamsin actually says, you only need that Wenceslas. I mean...
that is true. That is true.
That is good.
And of course, you know what I always say?
Yes.
Once in Royal David City, always in Royal David City, right?
Whee! Do you know that I used to have to sing that every Christmas at the Christmas Carol concert because they always needed a high-voiced child to be belting out "Once in Royal David City" and all that sort of stuff. But I was every year. It's like, Alex, can you sing "Once in Royal David City"? I'm like, yeah. And eventually,
leave it out, mate. Fuck off.
my voice broke, and I'm like, yes, get in, cash back, I'm free, and I legged it into the streets of Cheriton. Right. Well, we're going to leave you now. Oh, by the way, when are your choirs performing anywhere over Christmas?
Yes, they are actually, Alex. I can give you a full rundown if you'd like.
Do it.
I'll just give you the three main concerts.
Do it.
So we have our first main concert is the Shepway Youth Voices concert, which is on Thursday, the 8th of December.
Yes.
And that is at the Burlington Hotel.
Nice.
And then a mere 2 days later,
On the 10th.
on the 10th, exactly, the Shepway Voices have their main concert, which is at St John's Church, which is on the imaginatively titled St John's Church Road.
Yes.
That was a 4:00 in the morning decision, that one. And
I know it very well.
and then a whole 4 days later, on the 14th, that's a Wednesday, at 6 o'clock. Oh, the Shepway Voices one is at 7 o'clock. 4 days later, on the 14th, the Shepway Primary Singers are having their annual Christmas concert, and that is at 6 o'clock, again at the Burlington Hotel.
Nice.
So there's two Burlingtons and a St John's Church Road.
Look at that.
I appreciate that last one being at the Burlington because I don't know where St John's Church is, and I'm, taking my child to that one. So
there you go.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So we'll definitely be. I mean, you'll be able to find St John's Church Road. It's a simple Google away, but we're not there.
No.
We're at the Burlington Hotel. Yes, all of those, and of course, if anyone wants to come out after the primary singers on the 14th, anyone can join us in the streets of Folkestone as we do our Shepway Voices pub crawl. So anyone would be welcome
listen,
to join
I
us
love
on
a pub crawl.
I was going to joke massive sesh, but no, it genuinely
Might be a
massive
bit of a
sesh.
sesh. Yeah. All right, well, love you and leave you. Thank you very much for answering the question.
Thank you very much. Put your tree up whenever you want. That's the end of it.
Perfect. Excellent. Thanks very much.
All right, see you later.
Well, that was nice, wasn't it?
A lovely little segment that we don't have a name for. Talking with Duncan the Singer. So basically, put them up when you want. I mean, he would never have said it like I would, which is put it up when you fucking want, because he's a man of class and taste and he doesn't swear. But there you go.
Not live on Twitch. Anyway.
Not live. No. But yeah, he is doing several things. If you live in Folkestone, do go along to them. They're really, really good. Aletha's in them as well. Not all of them. She's in one of them.
I was going to say, I hope she's not in the primary singers for your sake, because otherwise I might be doing this show on my own going forward.
I know,
after
right?
You're
That would
fucking
be
arrested.
Super weird. Right. Yes.
So there you go. That was that. Put your trip when you want, except for Harmstone. Don't ever put your tree up. Fuck you.
Oh man, I wish I'd seen it with her. Once a jolly swag man, always a jolly swag man. I wish I'd seen that to read it out. He'd have appreciated that. I'll just tell him when I see him. Yeah, where were we? Christmas stuff. We got a lot of that. Let's move it along.
Yeah, we are here. Nap from James 31. Internet connection sucks.
He's always seemed to have some sort of issue with that.
You might want to repair it or get another
Definitely.
ISP or something. Being as you've got to watch us every week.
That's true.
Yeah.
New fridge. Thanks to me and you, we went and bought a new fridge. That's one of my things as well.
I think you might be overstating my input in you getting of you a new fridge. I merely held it for
You helped me carry it upstairs.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stairs here at Borton Towers.
There are a lot of stairs, yeah.
And Margaret wasn't here to do it on her own as she usually does. But that's why she does arm day, you know. It's
Well,
like
she shouldn't be lifting with her arms anyway. She should be lifting with her back.
try telling her that.
Should be getting a deadlift on.
She's
to,
just
to help her
listen.
with the heavy lifting that obviously takes place when you buy a bunch of shit, because that's what you do.
I don't think she lifts it. I think she just drags it behind her. She usually puts it on her back. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I've long gone past the point of telling Margaret how to lift shit. You know,
And
that
how
is-
to live her life, tell her anything really,
Yeah.
other than just basic instructions.
Otherwise, she lifts me, and it's not exciting, not a thrilling experience. Is your dumb waiter on strike?
Well, there will be now. You've called them dumb terms in.
Don't call her that. She's not a waiter either.
Rude.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a fridge because the old fridge, which I bought from Facebook from a woman who tried to scam me for another 20 quid by pretending someone else wanted it.
Was this the Herne Bay woman?
Yeah.
We've
Well,
had this story on DGMS before.
I know.
It's a good one.
The quick version of which is that she said it would be 30. I said okay, and then she went, actually, like, you're far away, and I don't know if you'll come. And I said I definitely will. And you went, oh well, somebody wants it who's here, so if you really want it, we'll make it 50. And I'm like, it's okay, just sell it to them for 50
Yeah.
because they didn't exist.
Yeah, that's not how proximity works.
She's like, I'm thinking, if you really want it, I'll make it 50. I said, no, we'll call it 30, or you can sell it to them. And she was like, okay, we'll call it 30 then. I'm like, great, see you in a bit. Honestly. So now we've got a new fridge because the old fridge freezer had a freezer section at the top and the door broke off, which meant the freezery thing would infect all the other things which you're just trying to chill. And so you're freezing all the other items in the fridge part.
Nobody wants to freeze when they're trying to chill.
That's right.
It's not crosswords and freeze.
No. Pivot. Oh my God, I love a pivot.
It's only a half fridge, an under-the-counter fridge.
Yeah.
Thankfully. It's not like one of those chunky fridge freezer things. If he'd have asked me to help him with that, the answer would have been a swift fuck off.
No, I would have been. If they had been one of those, I'd have paid for them to bring out the stairs myself. It was only because I anticipated it would be fine. But yes, so there you go,
was. Fridge. And in the purchasing category, Lady Soro got an air fryer.
People talk about air fryers.
I do love an air fryer.
Like they're the second coming of.
They are pretty good. Yeah. I did see a thing on Facebook, so it probably wasn't true, that apparently there have been a spate of random air fryer fires.
Air
recently.
fires.
Yeah, you don't want to call it that though.
No.
Yeah.
Well, this is. Do you know what? I'm not calling her out specifically, but Aletha's mum might believe in something, or not believe in something like that. But what I say is, like, electric appliances or appliances in general are there to burn your house down. I think is how is how Aletha's mum would think. Like we've recently bought an electric blanket, which means it's going to burn the bedroom down. An air fryer would burn this down, and anything. And the crock pot, the
slow cooker.
That'll burn it down if you leave that on.
Oh, I feel better now.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I feel better now.
Oh, good.
Knowing that nut jobs are out there saying that everything's going
to burn it down.
No offense, Aletha's mum.
No offense, but other nut shit kind of. Duncan the singer.
There he is.
Has followed.
How did he know?
I know. Look at that. Look at our little happy faces pop. I really like that. That's good.
Thanks.
Is that new?
That's new.
I'd just like to say it.
It's added this week.
Nice.
And it was a fucking ball ache. Obviously, nothing comes easy.
Also, as mentioned above, she thinks the Christmas tree will set on fire too. Like none of these things have ever set on fire, but she believes, as probably actually in fairness, my own mother does as well, that I reckon if I told my mum I've got an electric blanket, she'd be like, oh, they'll burn the house down.
How committed is she to like the to the cause? Is she going to set fire? Is she going to commit arson to like have that self-fulfilling prophecy of something is going to catch fire? Like, is she going to one day stealth break into your house, set fire to your electric blanket, and then book and be like, see, I told you, electric blankets catch fire.
You're being very silly, Jeremy. It's clearly not something.
I am being very silly. Thank you for noticing. I enjoy it.
No, I wouldn't do that. That would be silly. So no, she wouldn't do that.
Am I the arson?
No,
it's your electric blanket that's on fire.
The arson. We should do one week, which is just about people setting fire to things and change it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who set fire to the thing?
Was it Alex's mum? That would be a turn of events, wouldn't it? She went, well, I thought I'd burn it down. I didn't like them very much. What? I don't like SpongeBob, so I set him on fire. How can you set him on fire? He lives in a pineapple under the sea.
He's literally made of water and some kind of unburnable chemical, I assume.
Good luck.
Have you ever tried to burn a sponge?
I mean, she fucking super burns him all the time, like kind of like in a brap type way.
Brapping your way through the stream.
Welcome in, Tom.
Hello, Tom. Welcome.
We've still got your stuff in here.
Yeah, I just
really
had half of a cheesy crisp thing. I've forgotten what they're called again. I always forget. Which is why whenever anybody is like, do you want anything from Japan? I'm like, oh, yes. The things, the Shubi crisp things. And they're like,
Shubi crisp,
the name of the thing. I'm like, yes, that. There you go. So that'll happen right now.
They're only like 20 yen.
Yeah, they're absolutely nothing. But you try and buy them from like a Japanese like import site, and for a bag of like 10, they try and charge you like 15 quid or some nonsense.
Giant Wotsit, please. It is a giant Wotsit.
Giant
really.
Wotsit. Yeah.
Biggest Wotsit I've ever seen.
Some giant Wotsit ASMR. Here you go.
Oh, yeah, do it. This is the fucking worst. This is what it was like being on the radio with Captain Brilliant. He's like, I just thought I'd eat a pasty. I thought they'd like to hear that. Nobody wants to hear it.
Man, that's so fucking good. I'm just going to finish it.
Oh, shit. Nexus shirt, says Tom. Yeah. Yeah.
We're either Nexus or against us.
Hashtag Team Aletha's mum. Tamsin, do you agree with Aletha's mum on all of these matters of things burning down?
Right, well, that's Tamsin's house on the list to be set on fire.
Burning down the house. Is this a reference to the shield?
The Nexus is their entrance thing.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I thought the Nexus was...
It's not, actually.
I'm thinking of NXT.
He's done fucked up. That's the entrance theme of the core, your father, actually. That's not the Nexus entrance theme. That is the follow-up stable known as the core, which was like the Nexus.
Core!
But shit. You fucked up. You fucked up.
No shit.
You fucked up.
Look, I'm a worrier. If it exists, I'll worry about it. Tamsin, there's lots of people who also worry about this shit. I don't think the air... So, things that might burn your house down, everything, basically.
Yeah.
Let's move along.
Let's move swiftly along.
Losing Catan is nap, says Aletha. What do you think about Catan?
It was I that she played Catan with.
I know, it's
and
why
I lost too. As is tradition.
You won.
No, I did not. I came very close to winning, and then it was stolen at the last moment. Stolen from my clutches by guess who?
Keris?
Correct. She fucking always wins.
Really? Oh, well, good. I thought that Aletha told me that you'd won, which is why I was teeing you up to be victorious. But how did she tee? Did she take the longest road or something? Like flip it across like that? Cause
she did steal the longest road from me.
Fucking what a move.
Yeah. By joining two roads in a pincer kind of movement.
When two become one.
There were four of us. Well, actually, there were five of us, but we were playing as four people. And then, she stole it.
She put the dub into Keris stuff. I love that. That's really good. That's really smooth. That's such a great... Then she flipped a victory point on development. Boom! Go fuck yourself. Peace out.
Pretty much.
And then she crotch chopped you all.
I was slightly disappointed, but also I was ready for bed, so it was okay.
It was acceptable.
Because it ended the game.
Tamsanaki, Hap, I'm allowed alcohol again.
Whoop.
That is a good thing.
Follow-up, Hap. I am drinking alcohol. Whoop, whoop. Fight the power. Okay, I've checked. I'm glad that rather than just trusting my superior wrestling knowledge, he's checked. I have checked, and apparently the Nexus have not had enough, but rather they walk alone like Batista. That is correct. This is a very, very niche bit of fact checking and conversation, but yes, the Nexus theme was fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, by 12 stones, I want to say. Citation needed. We Are One by 12 Stones. Cracking tune. Even if you don't like wrestling, but you just like music, go and listen to it. Not now, later.
I want to move up a little bit more.
I do. Hap from Where's My Autograph Book started Dragonzord build cosplay. That is amazing.
That sounds cool.
Giant Godzilla-looking mechanical dragon thing.
That sounds wicked.
Giant
Best of luck
tail
with
you
that.
can twat people in the face with by like swinging your ass around.
That does
It's good
sound
stuff.
Cool. That does sound cool.
Hat from Keris. Hannah, my daughter, playing Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannah has a face when she's enjoying something particularly, and she's in the zone. She's got a face, and that face came out while she was playing the drums on Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah.
It's very excited. You could say, and it's a bit weird because she's 5, but you could say it's a bit of like an O face, and she's just there drumming along like. She fucking loves it. I did actually capture it on a picture actually, so I can show you and you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay. Do the face he's doing a face. I should hope she always has a face.
She does always have a face.
Always be facing.
No. Here are the pictures.
Okay.
There we go. That's the O face.
Yeah.
She's well into it.
Keris, Nap, my house is covered in glitter. What have you been doing?
I don't know if perhaps there is now more glitter since I left the house, because the child was slightly disappointed that once again I was abandoning her to come and,
Do this
do
shit.
this like I do every week, and she still hasn't got used to yet. That's the problem with us starting a bit earlier, is I leave before she's gone to bed. It used to be I would leave at the same time and she was oblivious.
Right, exactly.
So I don't know. There is not more glitter. Okay, good. This glitter was about 2 weeks ago, and it's still about, to the point that she's had several like baths since the glitter, but still we cannot get the glitter out of her hairline. She's got glitter in her hair and it's not going anywhere despite all the water
the
and
many
all the soap.
washes.
Yeah, it's not changing.
Well, do you have anything that's Nap that we haven't got to at this point as
fucking
we
do.
conclude this section?
New phone.
New phone.
Whoop.
Speaking of the Nexus, I mean, they don't call it that anymore.
No.
What is that? Google Pixel 7?
Google Pixel 7. Do you
Want me to tee you up again?
No, it's all right. I'll just say it. Google Pixel 7 Pro.
Pro. What makes it Pro? Is it bigger?
Yes. And it has more stuff.
Battery life. If it's bigger, it's going to be batterier.
The battery is fucking epic. I've had this on all day.
Oh, I love it.
It's on 78%. Do you know what percent my old phone would have been on by now?
20?
0.
I knew it was going to be 0. Also, the Google Pixel 7, as the previous one has the function called Magic Eraser, which means if you take pictures of people you don't like them in the background, you can fucking erase them that you don't like. So if you're taking a little selfie and Captain Brilliant pops up, flipping you off, you can get rid of him, basically. So that's a function you might like to try at some point.
I will. I did try to do it the other day. I took a picture of my cat, and there was some like tea towels on the floor in the background, and I wanted to remove them. But I couldn't find the Magic Eraser. I did not look very hard. I was in the middle of something else.
No.
But
My phone does not have the Magic Eraser. I have to just push people out of the fucking way,
I mean, yours sounds more fun. Get the fuck out of here. But your phone doesn't fold. Oh yeah, how will I live with not having to clear dust out the middle of my phone every day?
I used to love a little clamshell kind of thing, the old Samsung folding phones used to get a lot of, because I thought I was in the Matrix and I just flipped them out, even though that's not what it does in the Matrix. It clicks and slides down. But anyway, I used to really like flicking the phone open and be like, because it's a bit like old style Star Trek. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is I was going to say, people only got the flip phones because they wanted to be cool like the movies and just be like, hello.
And eventually they got a point where they were the hinge was not, obviously they didn't want it to kind of go like that. So if you did that, it didn't flick. You just had to physically open it. But it was good to like, look at who was calling on the outside and be like, I don't want to answer
I'd be like,
that.
Nope. Never opened your phone, basically.
I really like
no
those ones. But now Samsung has really gone into like the Z Fold and the L Fold. And
I'm being flippant. I did consider.
You're not being flippant. That's the point. If anything,
I did consider the Samsung Fold phones, and I would have got the bigger, not the clamshell one that looks like a woman's compact. The one that would be basically 2 phones to make a giant tablet
one
size
phone
thing.
to rule them all.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I did look into that one, but
did you look into it like this?
I did, yes. Being that I was coming from a Samsung, the Samsung Galaxy S9, and the charger port on it broke within a week of me getting it last time, and I've lived for 3 years without being able to charge the fucking thing properly.
Right.
I'm like, no, I think it's time to move on from Samsung and try something else. But I did, and it came very close. It came down to a choice between the Google Pixel 7 Pro and the iPhone 14 Max Pro.
Wow.
Whatever it was.
I'm really interested. And what kind of tipped it other than your natural dislike for Apple?
It basically was my natural dislike for Apple in the end. The what it came down to in my research was that at the end of the day, they are much of a muchness. They are. The differences between them are pretty negligible. With the Pixel, you're getting a slightly better camera.
Yeah.
With the iPhone, you're getting a slightly better battery life.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, it's
the battery's still going to be super.
It's pretty much there.
It's potato.
And then the only problem I had when doing all this research is whenever it came to the compatibility question, because I was thinking, if I'm going to go iPhone, it's got to work with all the other shit that I have that is not Apple. But unfortunately, nobody who reviewed Apple products could answer that fucking question, because under compatibility, they were like, yeah, man. I mean, the Apple iPhone, it's compatible with the iWatch, it's compatible with your Mac. I'm like,
what about?
I would kind of fucking gather that it's compatible with all the other fucking Apple products. Like, how about the rest of the world of technology that exists out there? Anything to say about that? No, nothing.
We'd have never let you live it down if you went iPhone. I'd have thought
Which is kind of why I wanted to do it for the lols. I'm kind of quite happy to take the piss out of myself in that way. But
that's fair. I mean, I really like I was going to get the Google phones at some point. I didn't.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I didn't like the one that I was going to get, but that's irrelevant.
And that was probably the Pixel 6.
Right, yeah, I didn't like that. I also didn't like the 3.
Because the 6 was shit.
But now you've got the 7.
And the
Can
7
I hold it?
is not shit. You may hold it.
Because I'm interested. Oh, look, it's actually, they've made a shallower thing at the back. You can still put your finger underneath it, which is kind of fun. Yeah, this is lovely. Yeah. So, I mean, anyway, what I'll quickly say before it drifts off the top of my screen. I can't say screen. Hello, Dr. Fruitbat. Evening to you. Thank you very much for coming in.
Joining us for phone chat.
I've escaped town just before the football ended. Clever. I have not been watching any of the football. It keeps coming up, though. When I was in town in Manchester, they kept playing it near me, and I'm just like, can't move for football, basically. But
yeah, I watched about 5 minutes of the Japan-Germany game. Just because my mother-in-law put it on in my house. Obviously, she doesn't know who the fuck I am. But
what I will say in terms of buying things that are amazing. I mean, did you buy that as part of a Black Friday thing? Was that something that helped it, or had you already bought it by that point?
No, it kind of helped it, but it also kind of didn't. And technically, I didn't buy it. My wife did. And I just put my SIM card in it and left her with the contract.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let me tell you something. Thanks in part to my late brother's book collection, and mainly due to your kind donations to my stream, I took a bunch of money that I had sitting in a pot, basically. So all those hype trains and various bits and pieces has finally bought me a coffee machine. So
I knew this week was too good to be true.
I have bought myself the Sage Bambino, and it's going to come along. It's not here now. What's that face, Jeremy?
The fuck is that kind of... Sage Bambino?
Bambino.
No, that's a fucking character from The Sopranos, mate. What the fuck?
It's Sage Bambino! Bambino, get me an espresso over here. Hey, go fuck yourself. Hey, don't talk to him like that.
Who's in charge of that block from 10th Street down to Meshuggah? Oh, it's Sage Bambino.
Sage Bambino.
Well, bring the guy in here.
Get him in.
He's late. We haven't had anything from him for weeks.
Sage Bambino. Oh, what? Big Sage Bambino? No.
Little Sage.
Little Sage.
You're thinking of parsley.
You're thinking of Bambino Plus. Oh man, let's just keep talking like this forever.
I'm gonna stop our channels going now.
Oh yeah.
This is happening has lasted a very long time. It was supposed to just be the length of this is happening, but we've kind of happened quite a lot, actually.
Sage Bambino, the extremely worldly baby. Yeah, just goes around. You know, Lonely Planet? It's got nothing on Sage Bambino. Just like gurgles into a mic about how much they like Munich.
The baby with all the knowledge. The great sage of all the Bambinos.
Yeah, sitting on top of a mountain somewhere. Can I ask him 3 questions?
All pious. Well, not pies. Coffeeous.
Yes.
All coffeeous on their mountain. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I need to hear any more about this fucking coffee machine.
But can I just say more? There's not a lot more to say, except I bought it. It hasn't arrived yet. And when I get it, I'm going to use it. But what that means is then I'm going to have to spend a lot of time working out the exact amount of dosage, how much to weigh my beans out, grind my beans out, all that
dosage?
Sort of... Yeah.
Are you sure this isn't from The Sopranos, actually?
It's you've got to take your time, weigh it out, work it out, get that down, how long it's going to brew for, and
So I now finally understand the context of a message that Aletha sent me earlier in this week.
Was it Alex is a cunt, help me?
No, she often says that, and I don't have any problem understanding that. I've have my own experience in that regard. It was I will imminently have something to put in the sea.
Quick, Jez, transition
coffee.
to get in the sea.
Yeah, well, I think it's time.
It's perfect.
It's the time to get this fucking coffee machine in the fucking sea before it even arrives. Get in the sea.
Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
There were a couple of haps that came in at the end from Aletha saying World Cup themed meetings. Yeah, you can't get away from it. They have meetings that are based around the World Cup.
That's nap, not hap.
Oh, I meant to. Yeah, I meant to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I misnapped it. But yeah, what the fuck, man. Okay.
Jesus, Alex, you're going to become one of those bellends. I'm sorry, Harmstone. Become?
The thing about it is, I was talking to Aletha at length, and I can't get into it too much. But the quick version is, in effort to find out in order to produce the best coffee, all the input parts. And it's the same like if you're making a Byron burger. I got the Byron burger book. And the way the guy said it was like, in order to make the best burger, he went, all the ingredients have to be good and the process has to be right. So like any lean process, you need to you have a little nap. Do you want to give you a side hug? A Christian side hug. Actually, if I did that right now, it'd look too sexy.
By God!
Christian side hug! You have to get all the bits right. And so, I will become one of those cunts.
That didn't stop.
Lay down my pretty. So you're going to work out how the beans are, what beans are. Somebody actually does a little spritz of water onto the bean so that it retains more of the ground beans and less of them kind of get ground in the grinder, as it were. So, yes, I am going to become one of those terrible pricks. Someone get Jez a duvet. But yes, there are lots of processes and Aletha has expressed to me just how much she's looking forward.
Aletha has espresso to you.
Aletha has espresso to me. Just how much she's looking forward to me trialing 7 different types of latte in pursuit of the perfect one. But listen, Aletha, you want to put coffee pricks and their machines in the sea.
Hereby ratified. Sorry.
She might want to use her thing.
Oh, she might want to use.
She might want to use her thing.
Use her thing. Yeah.
There's an applause from the...
There's a deep applause from the bedroom.
I think that this coffee machine, bought with your hard-earned bits, thank you very much, is...
Yeah, it's your fault. You did this to him.
I don't understand where the hate is coming from.
It's the machine, mostly.
Right.
And
Rage Against the Coffee Machine.
And it's you as well. So
It's
basically all of it. It's everything.
You hate everything about it.
I hate everything about it.
I hate everything about you. And the coffee. Always be latteing. That's all really I want to make is a latte. I just love a latte. Who doesn't love a latte? Like, we go to coffee shops. Okay, you don't like lattes. Do you?
I don't
really
like coffee.
No.
No.
Coffee pricks are annoying, but non-coffee pricks make an awful cup of coffee. So on balance, we need to keep them.
I am a non-coffee prick, and I make a great cup of coffee.
Duncan the singer made me a terrible cup of coffee the other day. It was one of the worst cups of coffees I've ever drunk.
Is he a coffee prick or a non-coffee prick?
He's a non-coffee prick.
Okay, so that supports Dr. Fruitbat's
He's saying he needs me so that I will make a good cup of coffee for someone.
Yeah.
You need me. You might not like me, but you need me.
Isn't that the worst?
I know, it's terrible.
What have we become?
I know.
I don't need to use my thing. No, because she knows that I will just put it in there anyway.
Well,
yeah.
Listen, but if you start doing that, start putting things in that you know that I like, then I could find things that you like and put them in there, and that might narc you in a small way.
Bring it on, bitch.
This could be, look, then I'll start putting things like, oh my God. Do you know what I hate? Power Rangers. Just fucking shit. And I want to put Power Rangers in the sea immediately. Put them in the sea, press the button.
Oh, no, it's not working. Oh.
This is how it works, Jeremy. You put something I like in, I put something you like in,
all right, fine,
and we hate each other for everything.
You only get a small sploosh.
It's in now!
It wasn't the grand sploosh that yours got.
Oh, man. If anything, in fairness, mine is cuntier. But, so that makes sense. But anyway, right? So, like, that's what happens here. This is like, was it mutually assured destruction, isn't it? It's just like, excuse me, stepping on your foot there. Oh, my God. I don't want to talk about the coffee machine anymore.
Good, because I didn't want to talk about it to begin with.
I really can't wait to use it. It's really good.
Now.
And if you want to come round and have a coffee, I'll make you one. Burst revenge. I mean, like, what did we expect was going to come? Bad timing, given that the original Green Ranger just died. I'm well aware that he just died.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I don't.
Doesn't give a fuck about.
That's why I picked it.
Just doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You listen. You you stab one of my guys. I'll send one of yours to the fucking morgue or whatever it is. I can't remember what the line is from the Untouchables, but anyway.
Maybe ask Sage Bambino what he thinks.
Sage Bambino, tell me what you think. The Green Ranger was a saint, you motherfucker.
What are we talking about? Your guess is as good as ours, James. To be quite honest with
Never
you.
was there a more timely. What on God's green earth is going on?
What on God's Green Ranger Earth? Well, it's fine. We'll have an amnesty and the Power Rangers will be out soon. Right.
I really want to give you more Pepsi, but no. Oh, there's that bit if you want. You got some water. You okay?
I got some water. I'm
okay, cool.
Yeah, I will get to that.
That's Sage Bambino's music.
Etc. Etc. Now, on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.com/DGMS Live, I teased what was going in the sea. And that
Oh, yes, you did.
was this.
That's a Pepsi Max bottle.
It is a Pepsi Max bottle.
Jeremy.
And you may note that tonight I'm drinking water. I'm not drinking Pepsi.
Look at that. Look at that.
So
Pepsi.
it may lead some of you to believe that I've had a falling out with Pepsi Max.
Yes.
And
I mean, you don't want to burn your bridges there, given potential sponsorship deals.
it's true. I'm mere moments away from Pepsi sponsorship. Not the Jez Show is not currently sponsored by Pepsi, but we do remain hopeful.
Yes.
And beggy. But
I've got to tell you something in a minute. But remind me, Pepsi in a minute. Carry on.
Pepsi. Well, the thing is, this is going in the sea, and by this I mean the fucking bottle.
The bottle?
Honest to fucking God. This is fucking bullshit, right? On the way to the airport.
Yes, carry on, please.
To a place called Munich that we went.
Wonderful
Beautiful,
eunuch.
beautiful place. Very kindly gifted a bottle of Pepsi Max by Alex and Aletha. Mostly Aletha. Alex didn't even know he had it.
That's true.
And as I go to open it and drink it, while driving, nice and safe, I open the bottle and I go to take the top off.
Yes.
In order to bring the bottle to my mouth and drink the drink. But I am met with the monstrosity that is the fucking cap being stuck to the goddamn inside fucking thing. Whatever this ring around the top is called.
Yes.
And I can't actually fucking drink the Pepsi because I've got to have at least one hand on the fucking car, haven't I?
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to hold the fucking... No,
that's
because the top doesn't come off.
No, they've decided to perma attach the cap to the bit round the neck.
Why?
The person who invented it has never used the bottle.
No.
What you said the other day is, do people not know that people have noses? It's a thing that you said. It's
like even if you've got two hands, you've still got to hold the fucking thing up, and it's just right there.
Yeah, you have to push it up.
And I'm like, this is not one. This is a good one, but I'm right there trying to do it, and I'm like, oh, that's just trapping my nose in the bottle.
Sports caps have been doing this for a long time as well. You have to rip it off.
Yeah, but that comes completely away from the thing that you're...
does it? I thought it just
because
popped up.
like sports drinks tend to have like a higher neck and it thins at the top, so you can pull it right back and it's right out the way.
Oh, well, that's okay.
that's fine. But this one, it doesn't actually it doesn't go any further than that, and it's very difficult to show. It doesn't really go any further back than that.
Yeah.
And it's right there where your fucking nose is. And just digging into your nose.
Now, you have to rip it off. But the point about this is that...
But then you can't put your top back on.
No, it's actually quite hard to do. And presumably the point of the reason why they try to do this is to decrease the amount of waste of the cap going. If you've got the whole thing together, it's easy to recycle the whole thing. Because they took to putting on the cap, on the inside of the cap or whatever, you can please recycle me. And evidently people are like, cap, fuck that, and flinging it into a beak of a seagull or something like that who choked to death. No great loss, but the point is there. It could have been a child. No
Coke does it too. Yeah, I noticed that in Germany.
Coke does it. Yeah, they do it. Everyone's doing it.
That entire weekend, every bottle I had was this bullshit stuck to the cap thing.
And it annoyed him so much, I sent him a little message saying, by the way, don't forget to put this in the sea. Because this is fucking nailed on sea fodder.
It's made for the sea.
It was made...
Honestly.
I mean, it's environmentally a bad idea, I suppose, to put plastics into the sea, I suppose.
I don't give a shit.
No,
Don't make shit bottles. I won't put them in the sea. And I'm very environmentally conscious. But when you fucking test me...
Yeah. Yeah,
goes in the fucking sea.
Just thinking about the Power Rangers going to the sea. so fucking petty.
Drink.
I kind of half teed that because I knew that Harmstone would say it, basically, because it's just like... But anyway, it's good though. Right.
Just gonna litter in your house.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
I feel.
Don't worry. You feel enraged, Jeremy, as you should do.
I don't think I've shouted like that on this show for a good few months.
This was genuinely on my list to suggest today. Well, it's in the sea, kind of floating around. Does anybody else have anything they want to suggest to put in the sea? If it hasn't been made clear, things we hate should go in the sea, and that's largely what we do here. If you want something, we'll discuss it, and only we can ratify it. But if we want to... It only
needs one of us.
It only needs one of us, unless it's a person, in which case we both have to agree.
We do need... Yes. And that is a real person. A celebrity doesn't count. We can put any celebrity in the sea we want.
Oh, yeah. But if we want to put Reese in the sea, we both have to agree.
Yes.
Do you want to do that anyway for kicks? He's not here.
For not being here. No, let's not do that.
And he's not here tonight.
Oh, yes. People getting in the way of Jez doing his death march to take Hannah to school. Yes. Right. So... what is it with people standing on paths?
Oh.
So people have to wait outside the school for their children. I get that.
Yeah.
But why are you stood in a congregation of 4 people blocking the entire fucking path, knowing that other people need to get the fuck around to go to the other classrooms to get their child?
This is
fucks me off.
This is like my number one most hated thing.
And it got worse yesterday. I probably would have just tolerated it. But yesterday, in the fucking pouring rain, like this gaggle of people were stood in the way again, while there was a mother holding like a baby carrier in one hand, holding an umbrella in the other hand, trying to hold it over the baby carrier and keep the child like dry. And she was trying to get through this group of people. And did they move a fucking inch? Did they fuck? And I almost lost my shit. And I'm probably that far away from losing my shit with one of these shit cunts outside the school. But once you lose your shit with people outside of school, that's it, really.
Yeah, that's true.
That's taken away in a straitjacket type territory.
Panda's right, especially in front of the entrance to a metro station or something like this. Like, come on, move a little.
Or a bar.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of the way.
I've got two things for this. And when I was in St. Pancras the other day, I was up in St. Pancras, and it doesn't really matter where it was, but it was on the way to the toilet and on the way back outside Boots. It kind of the kind of corridor kind of twists round as you go round that corner. For some reason, 4 people had clustered on that corner to have as it turns the corner, which means that rather than just like taking like the shortest route round, they'd stood on that bit to block everybody, so everyone was having to divert around this conversation. Oh, I know, and they were taking up space with dust, and everyone's kind of bottlenecking around this bit. I just want to say, stop fucking doing it. At Dragon Meet 3 years ago, I think it was, somebody opted by the cafeteria bit where everyone has to come around to have a massive conversation, forcing everyone. And I don't say anything. I just roll my eyes and tut. But I really feel, Jeremy, I should say to them, what the fuck do you think you're doing? What on earth? What on God's green earth do you think you're doing? And when I went to Essen a few years ago, which is a board game convention, probably happened in other convention, what I have a problem with is people congregating on nodes, by which I mean points of intersection.
They do it at Comic-Con all the time, like just stood in the middle of the gangways.
If you want to get something from a comic place, or you want to buy something from the Toku toy store, which you might be outside, go up to that. That's fine. And if you want to go, move away. But if you want to be an indecisive cunt, then you don't do it at the convergent points of like a crossroads bit where it goes, I don't know where I'm going. Do you know where you're going? And then you have 5 people all derping around in your way. Get to the... If you don't know what you're doing, get to the side. If you
always step the fuck aside.
Always step aside.
It's not difficult.
Step the fuck aside. You cunts are the cuntiest cunts I've ever seen cunt. Can't stand you. Anyway, so I agree with you. Yes. How do we put them into the sea? Have we not already? I feel like me...
I mean, I think this is very, very specific, and Harmstone wants to know for the spreadsheet. So what's the official seclusion? I'm...
Cunts. No, okay, fine. Wait, I'll think about it.
People who congregate on paths.
People who congregate on public thoroughfares.
Public walkways.
Public walkways.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There's lots of them.
Don't shit on my indecisive nature. Welcome in indecisive help. I did think I saw you popping earlier.
Yes, you did.
Make comment of it, but
thank you very much for the follow.
You can be indecisive off to the side.
Yeah, be indecisive in the corner.
Don't have to be indecisive in people's way. Just take yourself off to the side and have a moment to think about it.
You can even be indecisive about where you're going to be indecisive, just not in the fucking middle of a gangway.
Do y'all not have school buses?
We do.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're further away and you need to go to a school further away, you might get on the main public transport. When I was at primary school, whatever that is that grade school? I'm making that shit up. What's the earliest primary, like when you're at...
There was infant school.
Infants, yeah. I used to get... There was the
he
caretaker...
used to take a horse and cart.
I did. The janitor would come pick us all up in his minivan, in his kind of big, kind of like terrible car thing, and play the pop hits of the 80s. And
wait, this is for real?
Yeah.
The janitor would pick you up?
Yeah, the caretaker would pick us up.
That would not happen nowadays.
There's a guy called Mr. Oh fuck, I've forgotten his name. But anyway, he was the caretaker of my primary school. He'd get in the school bus, and the school bus was basically like the transit van size with 2 kind of bits on it, bits you sat, and then we listened to the same tune. Buck Spears, Making Your Minds Up, Hands Up Baby Hands Up, all these fucking Adam and the Ants. It was the same fucking tape every day. It was brilliant. They picked us up. So we do have school buses.
I went on an actual school bus, not a fucking rapist transit van with 80s tunes. That's what we got.
It was all they had at the time. They upgraded it later to a real bus.
No, being that I lived half an hour from the secondary school that I went to, we had actual school buses that came and picked us up like normal people. Yeah, that was a thing.
Could you whiz up? Because I think
I can whiz up the wall.
the artist formerly known as Make My Monster Grow has said, "Get in the sea. Customers wanting a refund with no proof of purchase, no receipt, no bank statement, no original packaging. Can't tell you when they bought it. This is aimed at products that multiple businesses sell, so it could be from anywhere."
I mean, as a bona fide chancer, I reserve the right to try and get my money back for something I didn't buy from the store that I'm going to.
I mean,
But I understand what you're saying.
it's a very specific thing to say. Customers wanting a refund if they've got no proof of anything. I mean, it does sound a bit Karen-y for the want of not using that
It's
phrase.
sus.
It is
sus.
super sus. If someone comes up and goes, "I want to refund this, can I have my money?" And they're like, "Well, do you have a receipt?" "No." "Do you have the original packaging?" "No." "Do you have any proof that you did it?" "Do you have an email?" "Do you have a bank statement?" No. Well, go fuck yourself then. Take it back to somewhere
And
else.
that's usually the answer that I get. But I've tried. At least I've tried. Yeah. I try and send it to Amazon first.
Yeah. Fair enough. Amazon will take it all.
Or just buy a new one from Amazon and then send back my broken one.
I've taken lots of buses and never gotten stabbed. Do people get stabbed on buses? Have I missed something?
I think that was in reference to telling people to get the fuck out of the way. I'm like,
Oh, maybe.
yeah. I don't really know.
Okay. Let's move on anyway.
But to answer your question, Lisa, yes, I have to go to the classroom.
Yes.
Which is the furthest point away from where I park my car. It's a long walk.
Do the bus drivers have no authority over the children?
Oh, my bus driver did.
My bus driver as a kid would give us hell if we did something wrong, but it was we didn't tend to be bad kids, so I don't remember it happening very much.
If you were bad, he wouldn't turn the tape over. He'd just play the side A again.
We'd hear him making your mind up
and
by Bucks Fizz.
You'd hear it all over again. Diabolical.
On our buses, if you don't sit in a seat, or if you're being rambunctious, nice, you can get spanked. What the fuck is happening? Or sent to an alternative school. Then the parents should also punish the child. On our buses,
I'm sorry, spanked?
if you don't sit in your seat, or if you're being rambunctious, great word,
It is a
you
great
can
word.
get spanked or sent to an alternative school. What, on the spot? No, really? Fucking hell, no.
I mean, where are these buses? Asking for a friend, like if I'm feeling particularly naughty one day, in need of a spanking. Where might one? Not one. Where might 2, 3 find that?
It would to explain things for me. In primary school, we only got on that little bus, and we never had any problems because it was just a bunch of us, and there was like 10 of us on the route. It was nice and blah blah blah, and that was great. And then it got bigger, and we never really had problems, and we never had any problems except for one time when we went to Dim Church Fun Fair when we were all singing the Chicken Song, which was a song that was released by Spitting Image back in the days, which is a parody.
Is that the do?
No, that's the Birdie song.
That's
The Chicken song was something like hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck chair up your nose. It's a nonsense song released by Spitting Image, who in the 80s were a puppeteering TV show satirizing like politics and people like that. Anyway, they made a song, and one of the lines is, "And pretend your name is Keith," and the bus driver was called Keith. So we also take delight in. But that was as rambunctious as we got, and he was like, "Tell these kids to shut up," and it's just like, but we. That was as bad as it got. And then the rest of my time I just walked to school because school was 10 minutes away.
Oh no, our bus. I say our bus. It was I was on the same bus as Karis at first, and then I got kicked off that bus and had to go on the other bus. But both buses were a war zone, absolute war zone. People would buy, and I don't know if you remember them. They were like hard candy sweets on necklaces.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what people would
I know
do
what you're talking.
is like spread the elastic as tight as they could, leave one like hard candy, get the rest out of the way.
Yeah.
Put it in your mouth, pull the elastic forward, then bite the candy in half so that the other half of it would be launched at a rate of fucking knots into somebody's fucking eye. And you would have to sit on the bus with like your hood up. You would wear you would wear a coat in the summer just to make sure that you didn't lose an ear. Like, it was fucking atrocious. And if
I never experienced any of this.
if that didn't do it, throwing Skittles, like taking bottles of water on the bus so that you could wet bits of paper and get them as hard and wet as possible and just fucking launch them at people.
Who would be a bus driver?
Like, and it was just awful. Awful shit.
Keris was a bad influence.
This was upstairs though, and by like year 10, I'm like, no, I'm too old for this shit.
The top of the bus, pure war zone.
I'm gonna sit downstairs and flirt instead.
Good plan.
And that's what I did.
If you
Not well, you understand, but
can you just go back up a bit? Because it said, on our bus driver used to have this paddle that sat behind the mirror up front that allows the driver to see all the children.
just casually reach up for it every now and again, and then all the children just sit on their hands.
But like the paddle suggests that's a paddling. That you're gonna like they're gonna get spanked with the paddle.
Get a whooping.
That's a whooping. I could believe that the idea that you could spank a child
that is not your own.
That is not your own is mind-blowing to me. That would never happen in England. No. The bus drivers would just get really fucking annoyed, kick them off, and then they complain to the school, your fucking kids are being cunts again. I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, can you stop fucking doing it on the school bus? And they'd be like, okay, we won't. And then they would. And that's it. That's what would happen. Nothing. Like many things in England, nothing would happen.
Yeah.
Spanking, they deserve a mucking. Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
It's a fantastic callback.
It is lovely. I remember that very well. So I don't think we've got anything else to put in the sea.
I don't think so either.
That's a paddling.
I think, like, James has just suggested something. I'm not sure it's sea-worthy, but it's definitely, like, nap and sea adjacent. Tesco delivery just arrived. Missing one item. My life is over. God, I hate you. You can't tell me what to do.
Bring back the birch. I noticed that Tamsinaki, of course, knows all the words to the chicken song. It was a stupid song that all the kids loved. Like many stupid songs that have been released since. I'll play it for you at some point. It is terrible. It was an option when I was in school, but now we have to sign a waiver. Have to sign a waiver if we don't want anyone giving our children spankings. You have to opt out. Like there's a box to tick, and it's like, honestly, I would leave that box unticked. They can go to town.
Do you consent to your child being assaulted? No.
I'd be like,
please sign here.
Listen, what I do is I'd opt out of it and say, no, you're not spanking my child, and I tell the child that I hadn't opted out of it. Just leave it at that. So they'd be like, fuck me, I could get a spanking. And
that is prime parenting, unless they're going to test this.
They won't. Their bluff will never be called. I reckon their bluff will never be called. And even if they did, they go, ha, I called your bluff. And I'd be like, I will be doing that form again then. And then they'd be like, oh shit. And I'm like, well, hey, you had to fuck with me, didn't you? But I won't ever have kids, so...
I mean, consent can be revoked.
Yes.
Just like non-consent can be revoked.
That's a paddling. If we let anyone whoop our kids, then when they get home, they would get another. What happened on the bus today, Timmy? Oh, he paddled me. Right, bend over, that's a paddling. What, a paddling is a paddling? It's paddling squared. Oh my God, the paddlings just accumulate, don't they? Oh my God, I can't stop saying that's a paddling. Right.
Let's move on.
Please. What do you want to go to?
I want to go here.
Yeah, let's do that shit.
Okay, right. So you haven't introduced a segment yet today. Would you like to introduce a segment?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. Thank you very much.
How about it?
This is a segment we call...
Going Viral! Did you know I was going to do that?
I had a certain amount of... I wondered if there was something... Shenanigans. It was good,
Shenanigans, yo!
I think I might eat one of these things.
Okay, I might eat my one then while we're... I mean, it's a very video-y going viral.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just... right. Oh, we can't see it. Let's give us a little preview window that we can look at up here. There we are. Now then. Oh, there's no chat on this page. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Never mind. Right. Now that you've got a mouthful of food, I've got a question for you. How do you feel about rules?
Rules are vital. Rules are important and should not be broken.
And under all circumstances, you're going to follow the rules?
I always follow the rules.
Perhaps aggressively so.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
To the detriment of my own lifestyle and other people's.
Well, sometimes it isn't always to the detriment of your own lifestyle, but this example is definitely to the detriment of other people. There was once a university lecturer,
Oh, yes.
and in his infinite wisdom, didn't want his students bringing laptops into class to make their notes on.
I see.
Was old school. Wanted, classic pen and paper to kind of negate any of that modern technology stuff that people don't like.
I understand.
Now, this one gentleman decided that he wasn't about that. Much like I would, no interest in actually handwriting, because I like to be able to read my notes, thank you very much, and my handwriting is illegible. And so, let me check I'm pressing the right thing. Yes. And so, this was this student's response. That's right.
He brought a typewriter.
He brought a typewriter to his lecture.
This is incredible. This is the best thing ever. So he couldn't bring in a laptop. He was told not to bring in a laptop, so he brought in a typewriter.
Yeah, it's not a laptop.
So then it's going to make a fucking annoying noise the whole time.
Ching! Oh, fuck, made a mistake. Tipex.
I think that's brilliant.
That is brilliant. I think they've got a word for that. It's like aggressive compliance or something like that.
It's definitely working to rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you want me to follow the rules? Here is your rule. Malicious compliance. Thank you, your father.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. Oh, good
Yeah.
stuff, everybody. Yes.
And that's what you get. A bit of Pepsi ASMR.
That's what you get when you mess with us.
Yeah. So that's one going viral.
That was a good one.
And before you put that in your face, I have another question for you.
Okay.
Obviously-
Ask me your question.
Obviously, we've all got things that are important to us.
Yes.
And you're not allowed to say fucking coffee machine. What if you could... What's the word I'm looking for?
If the house was on fire, what would I save?
Kind of, if the house was on fire, what would you save? But if you could tell future generations what the greatest thing ever was, and you could... I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think of. Like, if you could hold something up as the greatest example of something for future generations and let them know how awesome something was in 100 years, 200 years.
Right.
What would that be?
What would be the thing that epitomized the my life or
Your
our
life
society?
or the experience of now? Yeah, anything like that. What would you choose?
Probably my stream on Thursday nights at 7:30. I think people would look back on that and hold that up against as a mirror to nature to see that like this is truly what life is about and the funniest of all of us, basically. I think.
I think that's a great example. I would be all on board with that. Here is what one gentleman decided that future generations needed to know about.
This is how I made a 3,000-pound sarcophagus.
In a
Inside bag of
sarcophagus?
Flaming hot Cheetos on the inside of it, and then dug a big hole
Flaming.
and buried it underground
He made a
for future
sarcophagus
generations to find.
dedicated to fucking
To Red Hot Cheetos.
flaming hot Cheetos. Yeah. Look at the effort that this guy goes through.
I
mean,
love
it's
this
an
so
incredible
much.
bit
We
of
should do this.
bit of work, but yeah, I don't think we really have the technology for this though.
I mean, we could make a simpler version.
Yes, just a small one. It didn't need to be this big, did
No,
it?
this is ostentatious, and I do love it.
We certainly don't have this kind of real estate in the United
smaller
Kingdom.
form that I had made and put it inside the outer form, and it made sort of a bathtub.
A wild
thing.
H-Bort's appeared.
And
Hello.
20
Yes,
100
hello, Hannah.
pound
I saw you
concrete
come in.
bunch
We were in the
of
middle of
roses later.
talking bullshit.
Look how dedicated he's got. Actual injuries.
Ow.
For the headstone.
Be
Fuck
careful.
yes.
I let those dry for about a month.
Stellar
and a
advice
half,
for us
and then
all.
came back
Don't
and
hurt
started
yourself.
the
Just be
Just be
careful.
careful.
process.
Says the guy
outside
who
of
went on a
mold
roof
was
in a
really easy to
fucking
get off,
storm.
but the inside needed a sledgehammer.
I was
and a pry
careful.
bar.
I'm still alive.
Then I
am
dyed
still
the
alive.
sarcophagus
Look at this. He
black.
really goes for
I
it.
He
did
even
run into
dyed the
issue
concrete
with
black
the
to make it look more
headstone,
like a
and I needed to
sarcophagus.
flip it over to the smooth side, but it was 900 pounds.
And having seen
so I
this
came up
before,
with what I
this
thought
was
a
the
good
point
idea,
at which
was
I
attaching a
believed
ratchet to my
he was
car,
going to
but it ended up
break
just
the
breaking
entire
the
lid
table.
of this sarcophagus,
And then
trying
I
to
started
turn it
What is he trying
over.
to do?
He's trying to turn it over so he
Eventually
can,
with the pry bars,
you
we were
know,
able to get it
paint the
upright,
smooth
and then
side.
What, is it so heavy that...
That he can't actually do
was
it.
able to guide the
And he
top
tried to use a
part.
car to do it
I used
and
a laser
failed
cutter
miserably.
to cut out the
So
ingredients
how
for
does he
filling
ever do
hot
it?
Cheetos, and then spray painted those.
Well, he
used
did
an
it in some
adhesive
way.
spray,
But it hasn't been
and
made
pulled
clear.
the
And then
trim
he-
on.
It probably was made clear,
So
but
Stencils
hot
and a
Cheetos
load of-
people are not
Well, we can't really hear it.
That's the ingredients.
Oh, this is incredible.
From the back
Look
of the
at
packet.
this.
A flaming hot take from Freshco. I hate hot Cheetos.
Wow. Flaming hot take.
Attached eye bolts to each of the four corners, and I did the same thing for the inside.
I do like the
sarcophagus,
the
and then I
entombing it
ran
in
wires to
in,
the filling hot Cheetos
resin.
with springs on the end,
Yes.
so that it was
like it's in
elevated
amber.
and seismically isolated, so that if
Some
there was an
people, you
earthquake,
know,
I mean, this
it wouldn't
looks
be
so
damaged.
good.
Jurassic
It looks
Park
so
it up.
stylish.
And find like a
laser
fly
and
inside
tried to
amber.
burn
No,
off all the
future
germs
generations
from
will
inside
find
the sarcophagus,
Cheetos
then lowered the
in
top
resin.
plate on
Even
and
took
hermetically sealed
took
it.
the effort
Once
to
that was
like
done, I started digging
burn
really
the
big
inside
hole.
of the sarcophagus to
4
get rid of
hours
any
in, I
germs, so
took
that no
a
germs
grape
existed
break
within the
and
sarcophagus.
sharpened the
Took
tip
a great-
of the pickaxe
great
for
break.
to move the grapes
And
because
is
they were
now
getting sparks
burying
on
the
them.
fucking thing.
The first day, I did about 7 hours of digging, and
Oh my
then on the
God.
second day, the
Imagine if the
landowners
police
asked
came
if
along at
I
this
wanted
point.
help
It's
with
like,
the
what are you doing?
tractor,
Are you
and I said,
making a
"Absolutely."
grave, sir?
And
Be yours
after
in a minute,
the hole was
fuck
dug,
off.
We loaded it
Should've
up onto
buried
the
the dog
trailer
too.
and took it out to the burial site.
Maybe he did.
And the
He didn't like
tractor
mean
brought
to,
the
but
last little way.
in that
When
moment
we
of
were
putting the thing
offloading it,
down,
the
imagine
sarcophagus
something snuck in
rolled
there and it's like,
prematurely
oh
down
wait,
and
well,
got
I've been
stuck.
distracted for a moment. The
And
cat
we
got in or
tried using
something.
pry bars,
Where's the
but
cat?
it was
Meow.
3,000 pounds, so
You wouldn't
we had to
hear
get
it
this
inside that
super
thing.
long,
No.
pry bar,
Like it's
and
so
then the extra
heavy,
leverage
it
we
won't
were
even
able
go
to
in the
put
ground
place.
properly.
And then we
And so then he
buried
puts it in there and then
underground
just
with
covers
the
it
tractor.
over.
I also made this monument for marking the
There you
burial
go.
site as well.
Not to be
And
not
that's
to
it.
be
Hope
open
you
for
liked it.
10,000
This is how I made
years.
A 3,000-pound sarcophagus.
There you go, we're back at
I
the
mean, it's
start.
such a fucking troll, isn't it? Like, imagine in 10,000 years,
Ah! After 10,000 years, I'm free.
they open it up and they're like, the fuck is this? I don't know that people in the future will have that level of banter that will allow them to go, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
They
You know?
will look back on 2022, the 21st century in general, and think they were a troubled people,
They were difficult.
and they.
I mean, there
would
won't be
right.
anyone here at 10,000. We'll all be destroyed. I don't believe that thing will. He might have wanted to go for like, I don't know, 2050. Just make sure it still got opened.
He might have wanted to see it opened in his own lifetime,
Yeah,
so that he
right.
could, see the joke fully play out. But
Exactly. Now he's just put it in there. And it's like, I mean, I get the whole comedy from that is him filming it and putting it together. We should do something like that. That'd be really good.
Yeah. Who's still going to be alive in 10,000 years?
my point, yeah.
The Cheeto god, maybe. Yeah. Cockroaches.
No one will ever find that little plaque. Yeah, it feels sad that like actually people won't ever. But what will probably happen is that someone will open it a lot sooner because they'll see
Prematurely.
that thing and
Yeah.
they'll be like, we're not waiting until 10,000. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Right. What was it that that was going viral? By the way,
That
what
was-
was it that H-Bort said in her arrival?
She said she'd been to the
Uh,
Karen's Diner or whatever. The diner where people have to be rude to you or whatever.
Interesting.
Is it any good?
Yeah, I want to know. I do want to
Because
know.
that would seem to be something that would annoy me.
I mainly avoided and directed towards my co-workers. Did I mention it was a work do?
Oh.
Interesting.
It's a work do. I mean, it's bad enough having to hang out with your idiot colleagues, let alone having to kind of spend it in a time where people are being rude to you as well. I think I could probably spare myself that.
I mean,
but-
isn't it basically the same experience you get coming here to watch this show? Where you're
People-
just treated with disdain and told to fuck off a lot.
Yeah, that is it.
That-
That's true.
This
That is
this
what
is
we
a
do.
Karen diner
Yeah.
on the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Do you like
Smells
that?
incredible.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you like it. How's it taste? This one I had was a lot more green tea than the one that I got before or whatever.
Smells better than it tastes,
Yeah, that's about right.
but it's all right.
Well, there you go. Just going to sit up a little bit. Right. That was going viral. There was something we're going to do. Oh, I've remembered it now. Have we got 2 segments left? because we haven't got Tfus, but we have got that. Which you can see what that is.
I can, yeah. And we know that the sting works because I accidentally pressed it instead of the arsehole stab a few weeks ago.
And then we can do arsehole, and then we're out, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else we need to do.
I don't think so either.
Right. Then in which case, eyes down looking for a full house when we play Drinkety Drink.
Oh, he beat me to it.
Drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Drinkety drink, drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Drinkety drink.
Now, I hate to call you out for being unprepared, but I don't have a whiteboard.
Oh. I forgot that was a thing. Hold on one moment. Yeah, that is what we do. Hold on.
I can see one there, actually.
All right, I'll wipe that off.
This is Drinkety Drink, a segment in which I play a game against you and I kick your ass. What's going to happen... That's dead to us. What's going to happen is that Alex is going to read out a sentence that is missing a word, a blank, if you will. I'm going to write down what I think should be in that sentence on the board. You are going to write down what is missing from that sentence on your chat. And then if you agree with me, you get a point. If you don't, you lose. It's going to happen a lot. Anything to add?
No, I'm just reading the chat. While you're here, when is the last DGMS before Christmas? Asking for an elf.
Fuck knows, Tamsin. That's easily a few weeks away and we don't plan that far ahead.
We could take a guess, but let's do it in a minute. Right. Okay. Drinkety drink.
We will attempt
drink.
to answer that question for you a bit later.
Who sings the Drinkety Drink theme tune?
That is my wife, Keris.
It's Keris, yes. She even does the burp. And you'll hear that again when we get to the end because it's such a good one.
Not going to lie, I already chose my word. You think you know me. Okay, I need to stop looking at the chat.
Okay.
So that...
Drinkety Drink, question number 1. People can stare all they want, said Jeremy, but I'm completely happy with the size of my blank. People can stare all they want, said Jeremy, but I'm completely happy with the size of my blank. What might he have? What is that thing that he's happy with the size of? Drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Put something in the chat. Just one word. Drinkety drink.
It's not
drinkety
one
drink.
word.
Or more than one word. It doesn't matter. More words. Lots of words. People can stare all they want, said Jeremy, but I'm completely happy with the size of my blank. You've got something.
I do.
Go through. Okay, size of my boob, says William. Pepsi, says Aletha. Bratwurst, says James.
Bratwurst!
So good. Penis, says Hannah. Balls, says your father. My niece and nephew, everybody. I've taught them so much. Bottle cap, says Tamsinaki. 2 balls. After I said those 2 words. Feet, says Andy. That's a good one. I'm completely happy with the size of my feet. I'm completely happy with the size of my inflatable banana. What has this show become? Okay, I'm going to say it to you and see what happens. People, did we get one from Harmstone? Did I miss a Harmstone?
No, Harmstone is lurking because he's gone to watch
Traitors.
Traitors or
He's
something.
a fucking traitor. People can stare all they want, said Jeremy, but I'm completely happy with the size of my...
Giant Japanese Wotsit crisp thing.
Giant Japanese Wotsit crisp thing. It is big, Jeremy.
Is big.
You were happy with the size of it.
I was
That was
very happy with the size of it.
Good
This
one.
is a factual statement.
Yes.
No lying. And no points for you, motherfuckers.
Yes, that was good. It is girthy, to be fair. It is. I can't wait to eat mine. Okay.
You've probably got the fishy one, though.
Oh, no, please. Don't. I
Nucky.
don't think he would have sent me a fishy thing.
You assume that he knew what it was.
I mean, he does speak Japanese. We can find out. Well, let's not do it now. I'm getting distracted. Right. Number 2. Alex bragged how he knew all about the birds and the bees, but he was clueless upon seeing a blank. Alex bragged about how he knew all about the birds and the bees, but he was clueless upon seeing a blank.
Opportunity for points here, folks. Don't overthink it.
You've done it, yeah?
I have.
Okay.
I finished.
Alex bragged about how he knew all about the birds and the bees, but he was clueless upon seeing a bratwurst, says Tamsinaki. I'll also see penis. Penis, says Will. Ducky, says James. Goose, says Aletha. Boob, says Hannah. I'll reassure you, Hannah, I've seen many a boob.
Bauble.
Thanks for coming along. Tam's like, great tit, vagina. Oh my god. Am I playing this right? Jesus Christ. Man, says Andy. Clueless if I'm saying. Only the first time, nephew and niece of mine. Only the first time. After that, I understood how it worked. Alex bragged about how he knew all about the birds and the bees, but he was clueless upon seeing a
Duck.
duck. It was super obvious. I think only Aletha said so. Oh no, James 31 said duck. Aletha said goose, which it could have been goose.
It could have been goose. You zigged when you should have zagged.
Yeah, that's fine. 1 point to James then, right?
Yes.
Everybody else literally didn't go for it.
James is hashtag winning.
Don't be contrarian there, one. Take the chalk. Right. The Bratwurst penis was an earlier comment. Not my answer, unless it's Jez's answer, which it wasn't. Which I was saying it. Oh my god. Well, there we go. 2 questions down, and it's 1 to you and 1 to James 31.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Number 3. I'll cease to be me and you in this now. I'll just be random people that I put in. Harriet put her foot in it when meeting the new baby. It looks just like a blank, she observed. Harriet put her foot in it when meeting the new baby. It looks just like a blank, she observed. Drinkety drink, drinkety drink. What did it look like? Drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Harriet put her foot in it when meeting the new baby. It looks just like a... What would he think it looks like? What would it look like? It looks just like an arsehole, says Will. Just looks like a voodoo doll, says Aletha. A piss egg. Taking it, bringing it all back.
Throwback.
Yeah. A shoe, says that. It looks like a shoe. This baby looks like a shoe. Oh my god, can you imagine seeing someone's, like your nephew or niece's baby? And
Something you can really put your foot into.
Listen, that's it. He knows how to play this game. That's typical Drinkety Drink. That's very, very good. Looks like a baby mole. Looks like a Jim Henson puppet.
Which one, Dr. Fruitbat?
Yeah.
I'd like to
Well,
know.
I mean, I tell you what, if
Tis the season.
If it's on there, I'll give you the money myself. But I think if he gets it on there, I think
if there is any Jim Henson puppets on my board,
if you say Kermit the Frog, I think we'll give it to him.
He'll get the point.
Hey, my baby will be utterly non-shoe looking. Well, listen, should you ever have a baby, Hannah, and I see it, presumably, I will say immediately that it looks like a shoe, and then I'll text Andy and say that I said it.
Yeah. On the basis that it has laces going through its face.
Yes.
Definitely shoe-like.
Okay. Harriet put her foot in it when meeting a new baby. It looks just like a...
Potato.
Potato. They always look like potatoes, do they not? That was an obvious one. He's really going very straightforward for you, but you're not picking up the easy... No one said potato there, did they?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
God, you guys are
Didn't even say potato salad.
hopeless at playing this game. You'll be nice about my baby, and that's that. My hypothetical child. You'll like my baby, and you'll fucking like it. Wait, how does it work? You'll be nice to my baby. No, I wasn't nice to you guys as babies. You don't remember that. Probably shouldn't say that. So anyway...
You were nice to my baby, but also she didn't look like a shoe.
So. No, she didn't. No, she was and is utterly adorable.
Covered in glitter.
I thought, like, if you're putting it... No, Andy, you are absolutely right. That is normally how the game works, is you use a hint from the thing, but that only works if, well, A, you're on the show, and B,
well,
you are playing ball in that.
What I will say to you, Freshcope, is don't be too clever about it, because I am not.
I would have done what you did, maybe.
Bit too clever.
It is good, though. He is thinking correctly.
Very good. Too good.
Too good. 2 to you, though. 1 to James. It's 2-1. You'll be happy to be elevated to great uncle. I don't really like...
I don't think he will.
No, I won't. I mean, I'm pretty great already.
It's just more age.
No, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah. People just call me by my actual name.
My uncle preferred when he first became a great uncle.
Yes.
Said he would rather be known as grand uncle than great uncle, and I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. That would, I know. You see adverts where people are like, it's like, especially around Christmas adverts, where like, and Uncle Ted was snoozing away, and it's always this image of like some cunty bald uncle who just talks foul bullshit all the time, and I'm nothing like that. And I just really want to separate myself from any of that sort of stuff by not kind of having this uncle nomenclature, which everyone seems to ascribe to.
Bald uncle talks.
All right, shut up, Jeremy. Right.
That's what you get for putting Power Rangers in the sea.
Prove anything. Listen, it's happening. You wait until next week when more bullshit goes in the sea. Question 4 on Drinkety Drink. The medieval reenactor felt ridiculous. He'd lost his sword, so he was having to use blank to fight. The medieval reenactor, maybe even a live-action role player. The medieval reenactor felt ridiculous. He'd lost his sword, so he was having to use blank to fight. Drinkety drink, drinkety drink, drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Oh yeah, true. You'll have fallen off the roof by then anyway. That is true. The medieval reenactment
visiting you in your wheelchair.
felt ridiculous. He'd lost his sword, so he was having to use. By the way, that's fucking sloppy. I would never lose my sword. I know where it is. He was having to use blank instead. A dildo, says Wildo. A dildo, says your father. His ridiculous mind powers. That's something I would use. A cucumber, says Hannah, stepping back from the ledge. Probably reasonable. Banana, yes, says Andy. A pepperami, says Tamsin. Words. Words. I'll use my words, says Dr. Fruitbat.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
That is true. The penis is mightier than the sword.
True.
A stick. Wait, there's a stick on the ground? Well, let's read it out and see what it is. The medieval reenactor felt ridiculous. He'd lost his sword, so he was having to use a
giant Wotsit Japanese crisp thing.
Oh my god, once again it's come back. 2 for 2. Can't believe you used that giant Japanese Wotsit thing. Any opportunity. God damn it. Did anyone say that? No, they didn't. Do you know, I'm not saying that's outrageous because you have used it twice and it has been on the show, but the other two are really obvious and they didn't pick them, and then you picked that one, they didn't pick it. That's the last one you're getting. Okay, so now that's 3-1 to you. So technically speaking, they can't win.
See this? Smug face. I was going to say that, but I couldn't be asked to type it.
Well, you couldn't be asked to get a point then, could you?
Yeah. You could have been joint second.
Yeah. Listen, maybe someone can beat...
You can get one and tie with James.
Yeah, I've got a 6th one just in case there was a tiebreak, which is unnecessary, but I could read it out anyway.
Could just be a fun one instead of a tiebreaker.
Okay.
Number 5.
Edgar was a poet who didn't know it, so he wasn't a poet. There was one word he couldn't rhyme, and that was blank. Edgar was a poet who didn't know it, but there was one word he couldn't rhyme, and that was blank.
Don't overthink it.
I really hope it is.
I mean, I just laughed at it, so chances are low. Girthy crisp.
I love that the question requires you to write like one of those traditional words that don't rhyme, which no doubt there is going to be on there, right? But like immediately it's like, fuck that shit, I'm saying girthy. Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
He's lost it. He's gone.
All I got an image is a fucking Anakin with a big, like, instead of a lightsaber, it's just a fucking girthy crisp. Don't try it.
Where is it?
I don't know. I've lost it in there. It's got to be there somewhere. Uh-oh. Oh my god. I'm just gonna read these things out. Oh my god, so funny.
Can you hear Letha laughing in the other
I know, I can. Edgar was a poet, he didn't know it. There was one word he couldn't rhyme, and that was, going through it, it was, because I want to read theirs out.
Too late.
Oh, what have you gone for?
Purple.
Purple! He's gone for purple. Well.
None of them said that. Although
No, so I got
Tamsin
Girthy Crisp, Gertrude, Edgar Allan Poet, Clunge, Orange, which is a sensible non-rhyming word. Japanese cheesy Wotsit type thing. Burple, says Tamsin, which I think is her actual answer because she was saying Edgar Allan Poe, which is a pun. And then Japanese cheesy Wotsit type thing, and then the word none of us can say, which Freshcope said, which is Niflenskusk.
That does not rhyme with anything. I'll give him that.
That's true. I think Tamsin can have a point for Burple.
You're the adjudicator.
She can have a point for that.
Okay. Tying.
Tying with...
So now we do need the tiebreaker. It's not just for fun.
Yes, she's got 2 points. No, she's got 1 point. You've got 3 points.
Yes.
And James has got 1 point.
Yes.
So for kicks, we'll do the last one. Although
For kicks, we'll do 6.
Yes.
And that rhymes too.
Yes, it does.
Call me Edgar Allan Poe.
Martha, the masseuse, was fond of showing off. She was always rubbing it. She was always rubbing it in about the size of her blank. I'll read that again because I just couldn't read. Martha, the masseuse, was fond of showing off. She was always rubbing it in about the size of her blank. What did she have that was particularly large? Drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Martha the masseuse was fond of showing off. She was always rubbing it in about the size of her blank. I think that's a good pun. Drinkety drink, drinkety drink, drinkety drink. Drinkety drink. Okay. This is so unpredictable. I love it. It's a fun game, isn't it? She was always rubbing it in about the size of her big manly hands. Her boobs, says Will.
It's a good thing to
Girthy
brag
crisp,
about.
says Letha. Toenails, says Dr. Fruitbat. Penis, says Hannah. No, it's a double bluff, says your father. Hands, says Tamsinaki. Yo, father, you haven't put anything. You
haven't put an answer in.
What is your answer, yo, father? I feel like we need to know what you're going to pick. Can you show me what it is? Because I kind of want to see where it's going. Oh, okay. Are you going? Yo, father, come on, pick a route, pick a lane.
Go y'all in.
Y'all. He
has opted for vagina.
Martha the masseuse, for the last one, see if any get any points at all, was fond of showing off. She was always rubbing it in about the size of her.
Giant Japanese cheesy Wotsit thing. Ovs. Wacka, 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 wacka,
It was
wacka.
that again. It was that. It was a massive Japanese Wotsit. Oh my god. Oh my god, this show just never stops giving, and it isn't finished yet. Suck my crisp, yo, father. You suck. I'll come to your house, you prick.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
So, who put that?
I mean,
think
what are you?
At least I got a point for it.
Are you accepting? What did we have? Girthy crisp.
Yeah.
I mean, it's lazy.
I'm going. I like it. My hubris. That's a peddling. I think it was only.
It was only Aletha
Aletha
that got it.
Yeah, no one else had gone for like. Oh my god, three out of the 6, half of them were girthy crisps.
So that means, I win, obviously.
You win.
That was always going to happen. But
And-
in second place, we've got a 3-way tie.
Yeah,
And
between,
James 31.
Tamsin and Aletha. So, like, that's the end of that. Maybe we'll do another one another time. Well,
We will.
certainly we will.
Yeah.
Just chuck that into.
Yeah. And what do they win, Alex?
Well, they win me eating a huge girthy crisp. Not right now, though, because I want to save it for later. But you can think about it, maybe. What you win is just the image of me eating it.
You can picture the girth of it going into his mouth. And then back out again, because it's pretty big. You can't have it all in one go.
God.
So in and out
And
of his mouth.
your father's going to send us a whole bunch more of these across, so
And then
look
and
out
then
for
in
that.
again.
Yeah. And
Can't
then
wait, your father.
I want to give these away as a giveaway. The huge Japanese girthy crisp giveaway on my 24-hour subathon stream. This whole segment's going to the bank. It's so good. Oh yeah, we can definitely fucking put this somewhere.
Bit too long to TikTok, but it will
We
definitely.
could take clips of it, bits of it.
Like it'll definitely
Listen,
make some good old content.
your father will work it out.
And that's what we do here on Don't Get Me Started. We make good-o content.
Yes, we do. Do you want to play that stinger again? Just
I don't, because it'll say something in the chat again.
Oh, then don't do that. Drinkety drink, drinkety drink, drinkety drink, drinkety drink. There we go. Good. 24-hour stream, you say? Well, maybe.
Can you imagine 24 hours of Don't Get Me Started?
I can. It's easy for us to do almost 2 hours. What have we done? It's 10 o'clock. We've been on for 2 hours.
We've done 2 hours without breaking a
24
sweat.
hours. 24 hours. Just sitting here on the sofa. It's pretty comfy.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but
It does sound fun.
I'm saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance. It might be more fun to do that than on
Yeah,
my own stream.
I don't think I would ever do a 24-hour stream on my own.
But we could do one.
But it's 12 hours each, basically, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That does sound kind of fun.
I will fall asleep at some point. It's just going to happen.
Well, this is really comfy for
It
that.
is. Yeah. I sampled it earlier, so
Yeah.
it's not a no.
Yeah.
Pause on that and think about it. Now then, final segment. Take it
Yes.
away. What are we doing?
This is the segment that we like to call Am I the Arsehole?
Correct.
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
You were quite confused as to what our final segment was.
I was wondering if you were going to jump in.
Ah,
I was trying to slow my roll to see if you were going to just jump in and shout it. That's why I did it. I have to play some Deathloop in 24-hour stream. I would do if it was my stream alone. If it was an Always Be Chatting stream, I probably would. But if it was done with us two, there would probably be no Deathloop, I would imagine.
probably get some Jackbox in there or something like that.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
It would be meticulously planned, I would say.
Oh, it would have to be. Yeah. It would be amazing. It'd be like absolute timetabled out. Everyone would love it.
There would be lots of McDo.
Oh, man, yeah. And we could have some guest spots. People would come on.
Yes.
People can literally come and sit down there. We can plan it out. Man, this sounds amazing. Let's do it. I think we should do it. Let's work on that, yeah.
Can't believe I just agreed to that, but okay.
Yeah, we can always disagree to it later. You can say, do you know what? It was in the moment I wanted to do it, but now I don't. These guys won't hold you to it. They don't give a fuck. They probably want it, though, I would imagine. It would be weird, that in those moments at like 3 o'clock in the morning when no one is up and you're still streaming to that would be weird for me.
Well, if we're doing it, pricks have to stay up. That's the rule.
Yeah, prick's going to prick.
As long as there's karaoke, well, they better be drinking as well then.
Hold me closer, trying to dance here. Yeah, there probably will be. Maybe you can finally go rescue Yennefer. Oh man, look at that fucking
Jesus.
Andy.
I didn't even know you'd been here that long.
Wow.
Crash Cope. That is a throwback.
Boom, your father's going to dig that. Did you get a message from your father? That was... maybe. Listen, Andy, you and me are going to see Nilfgaard together and we'll ask them. Oh, shit, that's one of the funniest things. Right. Do you want to go...
You know what they are. I do not. So
I think your one is funnier.
Is it a closer?
I think it is.
Okay.
I'll do mine first. I don't even know who Yennefer is. I don't know who Yennefer is either. We never did find her. Am I the arsehole
Yes.
for getting a 26-year-old woman from a 25 and under support group? Now, I feel that this person has missed out a word, but I will say it again. Am I the arsehole for getting a 26-year-old woman from a 25 and under support group? Well, the context will explain, and the words, for that matter.
You would hope so.
My college has these support groups where students can, get help and support each other in the presence of a counsellor.
Well, thanks for explaining the support group there, Op. That was wholly necessary.
The one I attend is supposed to be for people 25 who moved for college and is going through adjustments related to moving. I have to say...
It's very specific. Not 25 and under.
No.
Or 25 and over. Just 25.
I think it's amazing this person's going to college after they said... moved for college and is going through adjustments. So, listen. Related to moving. Most of the participants are, like myself, freshmen. There is one girl who is a graduate student, and she also moved to this town for college. She was 25 back when the semester began, so she was allowed to join.
Right. I think I've sussed the missing word.
Yes.
Is it kicked?
Yes. Yes.
I'm thinking arsehole, but do continue.
Yeah. Listen, I want to give it away, but you are correct. So yes, am I the arsehole for getting a 26-year-old woman kicked from a 25 and under support group? Tamsinaki's going to war. Yes. So yes, it's a support group of people who've joined there, and she's a bit older than the others. She mostly talks about like adjusting to life here in the new town, finding a part-time job, struggling with her imposter syndrome, and about missing her boyfriend, who is going to move to join her this year, etc. But the thing is, since she's older, it makes me and some of the others, although we don't say it out loud, uncomfortable that she's there. Like, it just seems like she has different issues with adjusting. I honestly don't know why she bothers coming, since it must be clear that none of us can relate. And most of us kind of find her issues are in a different stage of life.
It's a support group.
Isn't it just? Except not all of them are incredibly supporting. So anyway, I discovered that her birthday was in December, which means she turned 26 already.
Dickheads fucking IDing people at the door on the way in.
Right? So I went to the counsellor and I told her this. Counsellor said she was unaware of it. Counsellor said...
What the fuck, mate? I don't give a shit. No?
Counsellor said she was aware of it and that she had spoken to the 26-year-old and she asked to be allowed to join in until the end of this semester, which ends in late March. I wasn't entirely happy with that. And why it was any of my fucking business, I don't know. But anyway, I wasn't entirely happy with that since they are breaking the rules. So I let the admin section in charge of the support groups know this. And well, they emailed her and she doesn't come anymore.
We don't need any more. I'm just going to keep pressing this button for a bit.
Yeah, they emailed her and she doesn't come anymore. Plus, the counsellor must have also got reprimanded or something because the last session she made a statement regarding how she was sorry for allowing someone to violate our safe space. She didn't say anything to me directly, but during her statement she said she was only trying to help someone and that's why she did it. I couldn't help feel a little bit bad since, well, 26-year-old is also a new student and all that. But at the same time, she was breaking the rules. A couple of other students have mentioned that they missed her and even arranged to hang out with her. I thought that was weird since she is older. Like, why is this 26-year-old hanging out with 19-year-olds? She does hang out with people her own age, but I still find it strange. Am I the asshole?
Fucking stop talking, mate. Honestly.
Edit. Honestly,
Oh, Christ.
Edit. Honestly, I think if she was a male student, the responses would be way different. Like, if she's a male student, it'd be fine. It's only because she's a... What? This isn't a dating site, mate. How much do you fucking love this? You can't press asshole enough. I can only imagine what the chat is like.
I'm disappointed that I've got to wait for the stamp to actually finish saying arsehole and to go before I can press it again. Like, I want to hammer the fuck out. Jesus, I don't think there's ever been such a clear-cut cunt in this segment ever
so
before.
Shitty.
Oh my God.
If you go to look at this one, and I've screwed it up, but it's obviously it says like 26-year-old, 25 support group thing, and look it up on Reddit. Everybody's in it like,
I was going to say, I don't think there is even a single person playing devil's advocate in this.
They're all just like, what the fuck do you think you're
What is wrong
doing?
with you?
It's a support group. You got her kicked out. She's going through all this stuff, and it's not for you to do this shit. And you went to the counsellor who said, listen, we're trying to help her out, blah, blah, blah. Does it really matter? And so you doubled down and went, actually, I think it does matter. So you went and emailed like the college itself to get her kicked out and the counsellor reprimanded. And then just sat there with a big smug old fucking grin on your face. Do please fuck off. Outrageous. It's so outrageous. I could tell you were angry. I was really trying to lean in to make you even more angry.
No leaning was required.
I know,
You
but...
could have been perfectly upright and I would still have been livid. Christ.
19-year-old thinking 26-year-old is too old for her. Too old for them to possibly relate. Yeah, because adults don't have like different friends from different ages. Everyone's only friends with exactly the same age or like a tolerance of 1 year. Oh my God. I don't understand what's going on because I'm a child. Although not technically a child, but anyway. It's... Anyway, It's a good one, but I like your one more. I think it's...
Well, I will...
By the way, did you work out if she was the arsehole or not? Did you stamp it yet?
I didn't really stamp it, but I think it's probably clear that they're probably an arsehole.
Perfect. Well, then round us out for this one.
Yeah, I'd just try and
Do you want to just have a
bit.
palate cleanser and just like chill out for a moment so you can
That'll be good.
bring your A game. Right.
Okay. Am I the arsehole?
Not bigger than that, arsehole.
Facts. For using flashcards to explain to my brother and his wife why they can't bring their rainbow baby to my wedding. Am I the arsehole for using flashcards to explain to my brother and his wife why they can't bring their rainbow baby to my wedding? My fiancé, female, and I, male, are getting married. We've decided wedding's gonna be child-free. No hate towards children, just to keep it more organised and contained.
Yes.
My brother, Chris, M, and his wife, F, doesn't get a name.
No name for you.
Fuck you, wife, no name for you. Have a 3-year-old son who everyone calls Miracle or Rainbow Baby. He came after several failed pregnancies that lasted for years.
Sure, okay.
When they found out my nephew was included in the no children rule, they tried to convince me to make an exception for him. Chris told me his son is a miracle baby, and his presence at the wedding will bring, quote, blessings for me and my fiancé. I refused and said, no, the wedding is child-free. His wife kept sending my fiancé pics of my nephew when he was months old. I told them no and to stop.
They're sending pictures of the child when they're...
Like a couple of months old, basically.
Remember what the child looks like? Why can you have a child?
It's not a newborn now, it's a few months old.
It looks like this.
It's a miracle.
It's a rainbow. Remember the child's face? It brings blessings upon your house.
My brother told me this might cause a rift in our relationship. I again said no and explained that, say it with me, the wedding is child-free. He asked again and pointed out how his baby is different since he's a rainbow, a miracle baby.
Do you know what? I think we need to get rid of the brother. Just think the brother, it should be brother-free. He's probably the only brother he's got. So it's like, it's also brother-free, so I can't bring my brother. Oh, well, never mind.
I again said no and explained that the
wedding is child-free.
See, you get it.
I do get it. I love the number of times this person has to say it.
They brought it up when they visited at my home, and I knew they weren't going to stop. So, I'd made flashcards in advance with the phrase...
The wedding is child-free.
Period. That's a full stop
That's a dot.
For us here in the UK. It's a very strict end to the sentence.
That is a...
No further words. End of sentence.
No further argument.
And pulled them out and started slowly showing them the flashcards one by one in this order. 1. The wedding, with a sticker of a bride and a groom. 2. Is child, with a sticker of a baby.
Is child?
Was it a miracle baby or a rainbow baby pictured?
Unclear.
I'll let you interpret. 3. Free.
Free!
With a sticker of the, no entry circle crossed out sign, like, eh. 4. Period. With a huge black dot sticker.
Oh my God. What sass? You're not wrong.
They were both stunned.
Stunner!
I asked if they get it now. And Chris had lost his shit. His wife had already grabbed her stuff and walked out.
Oh my God. She probably knows that the wedding is. Never got past like child and then free and dot, so. The wedding is child. Oh, that's enough. That's all I need to hear.
She'll ask again next week. Chris called me an asshole for doing this and said that I disrespected him, his wife, and their son, who's my one and only nephew.
And the baby Jesus, who is also a child and won't be attending the wedding.
He rushed out after we argued. My fiancé saw the whole thing and thought that it was funny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did they rush out without taking the flashcard? Keep them, you might need them. You don't get them out of order, you won't understand.
Here is a visual reference for your future delectation.
They're numbered.
But my parents and Chris were livid beyond measure. They're telling everyone about the amount of disrespect and mockery I had displayed towards them, and I'm being told to, quote, fix it now.
Did they use flashcards? Fix it, and there's like a hammer like that.
Am I the asshole?
Now, I have to say, the answer is... But no, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what do you think, chap? I think this is funny as fuck.
Absolutely. Like, at what point do you not get the message?
Listen.
I mean, what was the message again? I've already forgotten.
It's hard to remember. But what I will say is I want to just put a little pin on the fact that, like, yes, it might have been very difficult for them to conceive, and that's really shit and everything like that. But now, to bang everyone's head over this for, like, ever and just keep... They're kind of, like, completely
you
brainwashed by their own
You need
hype.
to be completely and utterly happy with your own circumstances and the fact that you have been able to produce a baby despite the odds. Not use that as a stick.
It's now
to beat people over the head with.
When you don't get what you want. I didn't get what I want, so
I'm going to play the rainbow baby card.
Yeah. You can only play that so many times.
No.
And not at someone else's wedding. Incredible response. No notes. Flashcard 1, not. Flashcard 2, the. Flashcard 3, arsehole. And it's just a picture of an arsehole. That would be amazing.
Speaking of which, I tried to provide you with a picture of an arsehole as an emote for this channel. But unfortunately, Twitch rejected it.
Oh, I had that present for you. It feels like something. We'll round this out, and then I'll give you that because it was a Pepsi-related present. I didn't want.
Speaking of which, could I finish that Pepsi?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, feel free.
All right, thank you.
Actually, how about I give you the other one now? Hold on. Because this also came in. This came in Tom's package. It's a little tiny...
Oh, that's cute.
It's a little tiny Pepsi thing. Well, you can rip that apart. It was a present from Tom. While you're doing that.
Is this from a Gashapon machine, Tom? Looks great.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
You lied to me. I cannot rip this open.
Rip it up.
It will be forever contained in plastic.
It absolutely is.
Gotcha.
Now Alex is going to say that he doesn't want my hypothetical shoe baby at his wedding flash mob. Why did it get a flash? Oh, is it because everyone's talking about the flash
mob wedding?
The flash mob wedding. Yeah, listen. He doesn't want my listen. I can't even begin to formulate words, but yes, I don't want it there. Your hypothetical shoe baby is not welcome at my fake wedding. There will be no refunds. Good night. That would be a really good time to stop it. Can we maybe edit it like that? I said that, and then we'll hit the thing, and basically later. And now you can do a brap or something, and we'll just fucking... Anyway, did we actually hit a thing on that?
We did not. No.
I've forgotten what...
You need to save your coolness for when we're actually ready to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Premature coolulation.
It doesn't get any cooler than this.
Yeah. So...
what was the question?
The question was...
Who was the answer?
Am I the arsehole for using flashcards to explain to my brother and his wife why they can't bring their rainbow baby to my wedding? The immediate response from Tamsin, I think it was, yup.
Yes, you are the arsehole, or are you not?
Yes, you are the arsehole.
For using flashcards.
I think that was the immediate response.
But I think they're not the arsehole for using flashcards.
I agree. I'm giving people the opportunity to walk back their snap judgment.
It's a flash mob, not a crash mob. That's true. Don't crash my wedding. Like that film with those guys in it.
No, yup. You are the arsehole.
You.
Thank you.
Meaning me.
Definitely him, yeah.
Yes. Okay, well then.
As in Jez, no, Alex.
Only you can stop forest fires. You have selected you, meaning me. The actual answer, that is wrong. Right.
So, just for posterity,
Yes.
that oh fucking work, you prick.
I've forgotten what I was going to say. Oh,
They
thank
are
you very
not
much.
the arsehole.
Not the arsehole. You know, we should just get a bunch of these. So us really cleanly saying it so that they can be edited into anything at any point.
Yeah.
We should use these for people like when they come on the stream. You know, not just for Am I the Arsehole? It's just someone comes in that we don't like. We just fucking hit arsehole. We never use that for someone who comes in and says something stupid or like, you know, inappropriate. We block them and we should just press that button immediately.
Yeah. I want Wotsits now. Well, unfortunately,
Yes.
you can't have any.
No.
Well, you can, but they won't be giant
Giant,
Japanese
girthy
Wotsit
Japanese
thing.
crisps.
Girthy crisp.
Girthy crisps. Well, I'm going to go away and eat a girthy crisp. And you can't have none. And, that's fine. We're going to raid in some when we look it
Yeah,
up.
shall we work that out before we get out here? That's not the right finger.
Wolfington's playing Dead by Daylight. Nova Charter's just chatting. Not a lot of people are on at the moment. Kirsty's doing Wild Beyond the Witch like Captain Smugface is on. I think we went into Kirsty not so long ago.
And Nova Charter last week. So
Yes.
shall we Wolfie?
I think we should go into
We
Future
shall
Wolfington.
Wolfie. Okay. I mean, didn't he raid us last week? So
Yes, that makes sense.
We'll beat him to it. Okay. Now, it is at this point that I'll give you the opportunity to remember what you said and say it, and we'll just pretend like the last 5 minutes didn't happen.
What was the first bit of it?
I have no idea.
Just flash mob